You can lick my nuts.
The thing that you... No, I don't know if that's a good way to start the podcast on a Monday. You can lick my nuts.
Isn't that kind of catchy, though?
You can lick my nuts.
You can lick my nuts.
But you have to drag out nuts so they're not sure what you're saying. You can lick my nuts.
No, mine's like a Mentos or a gum commercial. You can lick my nuts.
You can lick my nuts.
Oh, see, you're more like Hall Notes, like soul.
Yeah.
Mine's more like a catchy kind of...
Oh, okay. You just...
What would you do for a Klondike bar? You can lick my nuts.
You can almost do that when you get pulled over and they're about to give you a ticket. You can lick my nuts.
No.
What did you say, sir?
What did you say, sir?
What? Nothing. I'm just singing a song. You can lick my nuts. You ever tell you the time I got in a street fight with a bunch of fucking dudes in Hoboken, New Jersey?
I don't think so.
Oh, I'm walking with my girl, Kelly. And
shout out to Kelly.
And
Kapowski last name?
Nope. And nope. But she's
Slater?
Nope. Kelly Slater, the surfer. That was back when he was a girl. And I'm in Hoboken, New Jersey, walking after dinner, and 3 young ruffians. Let's call them. They were probably, I was 23 and they were 18, maybe even 17.
Maybe 14?
Nope. But they were older. I'll tell you why I know that. So the guy goes, man, I'll fuck your girl. And
Classic.
I go, can't have that.
Wait, were you guys just walking by?
Yeah.
And you just went, man, I'll fuck your girl.
And I stop and I turn and
I
go,
do fuck your girl for me again. Let me figure out that ethnicity. Go.
man, I'll fuck your girl.
That's tough. One more time.
Man, I'll fuck your girl. They were not black.
Italian.
They were probably Hispanic, probably Puerto Rican.
As they would say on the streets, wops.
Yeah. No, that's...
Is that a racial term?
WAP is, you know what that stands for? That's what you call an Italian, and it was a derogatory term because it meant without papers. So if you came from Italy, you had, like my family, my immigrant family, they didn't have papers.
Almost calling them Mexican aliens.
Yeah, but it was kind of worse back then because the Italians... So
I heard it in... what's the movie where a young kid... Bronx.
Yeah, a Bronx Tale.
Bronx Tale.
Yeah.
They call them
and
kids
that's what
wops.
they did. If you said that to my grandfather, who was Sicilian, he'd lose his fucking mind out on you. You know, it was very, very derogatory.
So these kids were wops or no?
They were not. They were of Puerto Rican descent.
Okay. What's a derogatory term for a Puerto Rican?
I mean, you know, I don't know, Rican. I don't know what they.
Oh, Rican's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, but Puerto Ricans have a lot of pride, and in New York, there's a lot of the Puerto Ricans came over in the 50s for jobs.
Oh, Puerto Ricans,
and then the
amazing.
manufacturing jobs left for the South, so there was a huge Puerto Rican population that didn't have the ability to work. So then you had, you know, kids that were living in projects, and then, you know, trouble ensued and stuff. But there's a lot of pride, like a lot of Puerto Ricans.
Dude, you ever seen a Puerto Rican
very prideful,
like hot girl? Puerto Rico.
Oh, some of my favorites. Some
say my faves. So back to the story though.
Some of the most beautiful.
These Ricans were a chirping.
They might have been Puerto Rican. They might, you know, but then again, you know, they could be a mix of things. But anyway, so either way, they're kids, and I come back, I turn around and I go, "What'd you say about my girl?" And he goes, "I wouldn't say anything about your girl, man." He's looking down. He goes, I go, "All right." And I walk in, he goes, "But I'll fuck your girl." Now I turn back around and I go, "You're talking to me now." And he goes, "Whatever, shoes. Move on, shoes.
Nice shoes
move on,
on?
shoes." I had a pair of black shoes, and back then I would always wear black shoes, and I preferred with a steel toe boot, and soles I could get some traction on.
Nope. So we were tall.
So I could kick.
Oh, okay.
I was a Taekwondo guy, remember?
Okay.
Wrestler, Taekwondo guy. I know, you laugh, but this is my street fighting story.
Ego much?
Oh, well, dude, I'm not big. See, what happens is
keep going.
You understand? I'm a hothead because...
But he called you shoes based off these black boots?
Yeah. I think they were shoes. They weren't even boots, if I remember. They were shoes. So anyway, I think they were like Doc Martens, but not Doc Martens, because I didn't like Doc Martens because skinhead words, blah, blah, blah. So anyway. So, he calls me shoes, and then I kicked him. I kicked him. I tried to kick him in the face.
God, you're a hothead, man.
I kind of missed.
Shoes, you fucking... Hiya!
Well, no, because he was saying, "I'm going to fuck your girl."
I know, but that's why you tried kicking him in the face.
And they said, "Move on, shoes." And then And then I kicked. I knew he was fucking with me because he was talking to my girl, and I kicked him in the face. I didn't quite hit him in the face. I think I hit him in the shoulder. Long story short, he jumps on me and grabs me around the waist, and now I'm punching him in the head. Can't hurt him.
Yeah,
I can't hurt him.
Nolan Ryan style.
Yeah, but I'm not hurting him. I'm hitting him, and then his two buddies are circling me, but they're not hitting me.
Weird.
One kid tries to hit me. I kind of duck. It's very awkward. Nobody's tough here. Okay, yeah. I think
it's a shit fest.
It's a shit fest.
It's a Sesame Street.
Now a girl who's one of their friends comes over and goes, I remember, never forget it. She goes, "How old are you? How old are you, sir?" As I'm beating these kids up. Okay, but they're 18, so fuck those kids. I don't
think they were.
And I'm trying to kill the kid.
They definitely weren't. They were 13. But
no, definitely not 13.
You were 20.
The kid was. They were both my size. In fact, the two kids were tall. It wasn't saying much.
14 years old.
No, they're definitely not.
Especially the Puerto Rican.
Long story short, and now I'm trying to punch this guy, and I'm
kid.
I can't hurt him.
Yeah, the kid's all.
I can't hurt him. A cop comes running up. I get away from the kid. Throw another kick. Kind of missed. Don't really. His back.
Who kicks in street fights?
I'm a black belt. I'm a fucking.
Like what the? Why is this old dude throwing kicks?
And I wasn't old. I was 23. And I didn't say sicka. I didn't go sicka. Take that back.
Puerto Ricans are like, dude, what is this old white dude doing right now?
And I wasn't old. I was a young, tight-skinned
Did this happen 2 weeks ago, sir?
About 3 weeks ago. Now listen. So long story short, nobody gets hurt. The cop comes running up and goes, "Who's fighting?"
Well,
I know. But when the cop came running up, I moved and I bounced off him. And he goes, "Who's fighting?" And I go, "Those guys." Grabbed my girl, ran away. Now, here's what's great about the story. Here's how fucked up I am. I'm so angry.
You went back and got a gun.
That old Bryan gets in his car. I had an Acura, a white Acura. Old Bryan gets in his car and I get a fucking stick. I had an axe handle. A hickory axe handle, because I saw it in a movie somewhere. Somebody talking about hickory, and now I'm driving around looking for these fucking guys because I'm gonna hit him as hard as I can in the head. That's how crazy I was. Never ran into him.
It's a Liam Neeson story when he was searching for black guys.
No,
you're searching for Puerto Ricans. No,
that's not true. Never found him and looked for him for a week.
A week?
That's how angry I was.
You had problems, huh?
I had
problems.
Young,
you had problems.
I had problems.
Still, you know, you still have problems. Now,
I get so angry at injustice because I felt like they were being rapists or something. Were
they? Or were they just gradually talking? I'm gonna fight.
No. They were doing it. They were doing it to me. At my girl. It was
trying to entice you.
It was rapey. You know me. I love everybody. You know me. If I'm that angry,
you're a hothead.
But if I'm that angry, but I'm also doing the Lord's work in that situation.
Throwing air kicks isn't the Lord's work.
I grazed him.
What'd you say?
Got him. No, don't say
I bet your girl's like, wow.
But you have to not go Sikaya.
I'm gonna leave now because this is embarrassing.
It was I didn't really it wasn't that impressive.
No.
I felt, can I be honest? I remember the other thing. I felt weak.
Embarrassed?
I just didn't feel strong. I couldn't get him off me. And if those other guys tried to hit,
especially a couple of 14-year-olds.
No. They were 18. You got it.
They were not. I'm not buying that at all. Puerto Ricans are tough to tell age, too.
Well, they had full beards. No
way.
But no pubes because they were naked. Yeah.
Well, at least no one got hurt, dude.
So that was my street fight story.
I've never been that guy, man. I don't have that anger in me. I dated a girl one time.
You don't get, you have that. No, but here's what you have.
With business, I do.
No, here's what you have.
Not with people.
You and I have this other thing that we have, and I think we have this in common. When I saw a movie one time, Bryan Denny, he plays an evil guy, and the guy was talking about him because he doesn't, and he goes, well, problem with him is he gets a notion about you. When he gets a notion, tends to grow and take on a life of its own. You understand? Until it swirls into a hurricane.
A little seed? We're the same.
Like I got a notion, I got a thing. I think that guy's fucking me.
Yeah, but I'm always off though.
Of course, we're always off. But it doesn't mean you can sleep all night.
No, I'll get that. But then if I don't like someone, then let's say I run into him wherever it is. Not that I don't like any comic. Let's say the comedy store. I run into him. I'm fine.
Of course you are.
I'm like, what's up, dude?
You don't care.
It's never, no, I never
But it's just when you're sleeping.
Yeah,
when you get a little thing and you're like.
But I never have that, like an anger. I never have an anger issue or anything like that.
No, you don't have an anger issue.
No. I'd never fight anyone over anything.
No. Well, it's a lose-lose. Who are you going to fight?
Yeah, but just even when I was younger, I never. Yeah. It was never my thing.
Yeah, you're not. Well, but I mean, you were always bigger and stronger, right?
No. We've gone over this. I was a late bloomer, man.
Yeah.
My brother was the big, strong one.
Yeah.
I never had any of that.
But I feel like you were just an athlete and you never had to prove that. For other guys, it's like, for me, I just got bullied when I was in 8th grade. Got a little scar.
Yeah.
I was bullied for a whole year. So when that happens to you, I talked to the therapist about it. He said, because I was talking about being a hot, like I got hot in couples therapy.
Okay.
And he said, you're comfortable in this warrior energy. They talk this way. I go, I don't know about that. Yeah. And he goes, were you bullied? And I went, for a whole year in 8th grade.
A year?
A whole year in 7th grade, actually.
Long time ago, though, you know? But you don't get over it,
He said that's when,
no,
he said that's a program thing because if now it's like, if you bully me, I'll kill you.
Well, you'll be able to defend yourself.
Yeah.
Like you'll be able to do something.
But I get murderous about that.
But there's a lot of people like that. Like Dak Shepard talks on his podcast all the time how he still feels like the loser kid when he's 12 years old in Detroit, Michigan.
Yep.
Because he was really tall and skinny, didn't get any girls. So he, for whatever reason, that got ingrained in his brain at that time when he's 12. I don't really have, I have things, I think the reason I have a chip on my shoulder, I have things that happen in sports where I was treated different than other people.
Yeah.
That ingrains where, you're always trying to prove something.
Yeah. Those things are all good.
It's very strange though how when you're that young, those kind of crazy impacts on your life can kind of create this weird ripple effect.
Well, I always ignored it, right? And then you get into therapy and then they break down your behaviors. And so what happens is, okay, so hey, Bryan, like if you were talking to me when I was 14, you might have said, look, I'm glad I wrestled. It made me who I am. But the amount of time I spent trying to be tough, trying to like my black belt in Taekwondo, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, boxing still, that time could have been spent learning how to dance, sing, and play the piano. I don't know if I would have been...
In hindsight.
Yeah, but I'm saying, I wonder if that was more who I was than this other thing,
But the other thing comes from deficiencies.
Yes.
Your father.
Feeling insecure,
sports,
having a chaotic childhood, all that thing where I didn't have any control.
Correct.
Right.
That's where it comes from.
And then add to that being terrorized from my entire 7th grade.
There you go. All that comes, you're trying to build this armor, this shield.
Yes. But Carl Jung, and the psychiatrist said, he goes, that which you don't work out in your subconscious, like if you don't bring the subconscious to the conscious and know, you will act out as fate in your life. It will like work its way into like your behaviors and you'll keep repeating the same patterns.
They think you should see a therapist for like a mental workout, the same as you go to the gym for your physical.
See, I never believed in it. You look at me with emotions. Look at me with emotions and all that shit. I don't like that stuff.
You ever seen a therapist, Kat?
Mm-mm.
Really?
I feel like I need to, though.
I figured, I was going to say.
We all do, in a way. It's very interesting.
Chin, you never have. The therapist is like, dude, I feel like I should give you your money back. You've said 3
It's probably very, very un-Korean, right? See a therapist.
It's very, unless you're going through some crazy stuff, maybe.
But here's the thing. It's very un-Korean, but it's 2019.
Yeah.
It's not, there's no more very un-Korean, very, very African-American, very white. Like seeing a therapist is just what a healthy human should do.
One of your teammates, who I won't say his name, but
football or fighting?
Fighting. He was walking with his therapist, with his, I guess, sports psychologist.
Oh yeah,
and they were going through it. You guys all do that. That's a form of therapy, right?
Mental.
Right?
It's a mental coach. A performance coach it's all mental.
Yeah.
Well, I remember at Grudge, they used to have a guy come in and like just openly talk about it, and like 10 a.m. And then my coach texted me and goes, hey, you're the last person on earth who needs to see a mental coach. No need to come at 10 a.m. I was like, oh, he's definitely right. And then I remember as I got older, I'm like, he kind of fucked me because that might have helped me. But they thought I was so like...
You're squared away and driven.
Yeah, they're like, you don't need anyone in your head right now. Like
Until you're about to go compete and fight a monster and they lock the cage.
But even that, I was good for the most part. But then I felt like... They kind of screwed me over. Eventually, I've actually found when I still use those techniques now, even in comedy.
Yeah, breathing.
They're great. That. But especially back then, it was almost like a bitch move. It's like, you need a mental coach, dude. Just get through it.
Yeah.
But then I remember they're like, GSP uses one. You're like, really? And like, yes. So when you know the.
So what do you say to people who have trouble getting when they're in their own way? Do you say anything?
No,
They
you
ask
gotta.
you?
No, there's nothing anybody can say. If you're coming to me to figure out how to get out of your own way, you need to talk to someone who knows what they're talking about.
Yeah.
But as far as therapist goes, like Michael Phelps talks about how how life changing was for him. So many people.
For me,
in
it's
LA,
very
it's almost like you don't have a therapist. I don't. I've been to a couples therapy, but I haven't seen like a straight up therapist talk. But people say it's amazing. The most successful people I know talk to a therapist.
It is very interesting.
So there's something there.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the most successful people I know have a manager. Most successful comedians I know do have a manager. Most successful people have a business manager.
Yeah.
And then some people go, no, I'll just do it myself. Like, yeah, but I look at these guys.
And you're taking a lot of
doing it.
time to do it yourself.
Yes.
And the other thing is that you don't know your own mind. When you sit down, when I sat down with a dude.
You can't see it, right?
I sat down with a dude who's been doing it for 38 years. Now, that's a guy, like anything else, he's been studying the human brain. He works with people who are dying, cancer patients. This is a motherfucker who knows how, and you walk in thinking you're complicated. You tell him your childhood, and he goes like this. He goes, let's just stop for a sec. Hold on for a sec. And he'll give you some insights and just have you think about it, because it's a creative process where you're like, oh, well, I got in the ring with a dude who's been doing it. I got in the ring with a guy. He's seen it all.
And you're not the toughest Rubik's Cube.
No, but I thought I was.
He's like, excuse me, here.
Correct.
Next.
Correct.
Here. No, oh, this one's a little challenging. Next.
That's right.
But here's my thing with the childhood. When people ask me certain questions about my childhood, I don't know. Maybe if I was in the right situation, it'd bring back memories. But there's a lot of stuff. Maybe it's CT. But maybe as just I'm older, I don't remember a shitload from my childhood.
Yeah.
I remember certain major things in the way I was raised. I don't remember a ton.
I don't either.
I don't think a lot of people do.
So funny. My buddy.
Some people do though.
My buddy said to me. My buddy Jed said, "I don't. I know he'd know me. One of my best oldest friends. He goes, you know, I know almost nothing about your childhood, but I don't think about it much. Like I don't.
But when would you talk about it? I remember certain things with my brother, like certain events.
But I think a lot of
and
it
like
has to do
certain
with-
sports. But then I also like. But if you ask me last year, what month are we in? May? If you asked me what I did last May, I could not tell you.
Right.
But if someone goes, oh, you were in tour in Australia, then I can go through it if you remind me. But I'm not calculating.
But I think it's because we are so busy with planning the future.
There's so much going on.
Yeah.
But
I got so much on my plate.
I remember certain things in childhood. Like if I drive by like a field of grass, I will get triggers that go, Mr. Weaver waking up 6 a.m.
Smelling the grass.
That certain things, and then I'll remember the people are there. I can remember the gloves I was wearing. I remember the cleats. I remember what workout we were doing. I remember what day it was, but to a T. But it has to be certain reminders.
When I went to Dan Gable's camp in Iowa, and they would wake us up and make us run sprints, we train like the Hawkeyes do. That's why I was like, oh, if this is what D1. Hold on, this is D1 wrestling. Oh, okay, you can keep that. But I remember when I smell grass now, because there was something about the Iowa grass when we'd be running in the morning and the fucking misery. And when I smell grass, like sometimes like that, I get instantly brought back to that
for that one
horror,
week, that 1 week you had.
that 2 weeks of.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about a lifetime body of work. When I hear the grass being cut,
I'm saying it's
no, I hear
still
you the
traumatic.
1 week. Yeah, sure.
It's still 2 weeks.
No, I
You
hear-
gotta say, it's
the
not
2 week
Kia.
camp.
It's not Kia. It's 2 weeks. And I was a wrestler in New England.
Yeah, for sure. But the grass when it makes sense. But now I hear
No,
you.
but
There's no grass.
No, but the grass in Iowa.
Oh, in Iowa, yeah.
Yeah, in the summer.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, don't
I
say
hear
sure.
2 weeks.
I know I didn't spend a lot of time sprinting. I'm just saying.
I remember in
And then when I smell a mat, same thing.
a mat. Yeah, the mat.
You know
it
when I'd
always
smell a
goes-
mat, my back would start to hurt. When
weird,
my lower back would seize up because I think about
those
losing weight.
triggers.
Yep.
Yeah, there's certain meals that will trigger memories. Cards remind me of my brother because he collected cards. Certain things, the songs.
What does cock remind you of? Like strange cock.
Just you.
Okay.
Just you.
Not when you were
No.
in college trying to make
never
extra
molested,
money.
dude. Never molested.
But you made extra money.
You know
in
what? I think maybe it's the cold. Because I remember they call it dirty dozens. It's basically the way they weed out football players. So you'd be in your regular college. You had a college schedule, Kat. Imagine having a college schedule, but then having to work out at 4 a.m. and 5 a.m.
What?
So you'd have to work. But remember, this is spring Colorado and Boulder, Colorado. So it's freezing. So there'd be like a huge snowstorm. And so this guy might have a Jeep, one of your roommates, so you have to wake up, shovel the truck off. Now it's 4:30 because if the whistle blows at 5 a.m. So and then remember, you don't park by the facility, you got to park down and hike up in the snow. So you'd have to wake up at 4 a.m. All of us would, and then you'd have to fucking get all the ice off the truck, and then go from there to the facility park.
That's the worst shit I could.
And then walk up, and now you have.
This is D1 sports.
This is D1. They have to have all your shit together. Now remember, when you get done with that, which usually ends at 7, because you'll be at class at 8. When it ends at 7, you got to shower, then go to class for the whole day, because you got to get ready, because then you have practice in the afternoon, spring ball.
You can.
But what was weird is I remember I'd wake up at 4, and I've always thrived off this. I used to thrive off the other guys complaining how tough it was. Because like, oh, this is cool. Everyone thinks this is tough. Which it was really tough. The toughest thing I've ever gone through. But I just remember being like,
how often would you?
I think it was like a Navy SEAL thing.
Yeah.
Like with the Navy SEALs, like in Buds, how everyone there's tough, but then certain things guys would quit, and I would thrive off the guys quitting.
This guy, I just was talking.
Very strange.
Who is a Navy SEAL said this. He goes, he looked like kind of a regular guy, a little bigger, but I was like, I know I could never do that. I could never deal with the cold. I don't know how you deal with that fucking cold. I see you guys in those Buds things. I'm like, I start shivering. He said, yeah, but I wanted it so badly. And I said, and I thought about all the people that did incredible things when they wanted something, when they had to do it.
Oh, yeah.
And I had to make it. So for me, it was, I would purposely not shiver when they came up.
Dude, I wanted to be on that CU football team so bad. If they'd been like, hey, Schaub, you got to eat this piece of shit every Tuesday. I would eat shit every Tuesday.
Or suck at it.
Yeah, literally whatever they wanted to do.
Yeah.
I wanted so bad, I would have 8 pieces of shit every Tuesday just to be on the team.
That badly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So if you have any shit out there, let me know.
Mm-hmm. That kind of desire is really important, though. It's kind of an idea of, you have this idea of in your mind's eye of what you want.
That so you think you want,
That you think you want.
Yeah.
Well, that you think you want, yeah.
You never know. At the time I did want it. You guys have any triggers, Kat? Any triggers from childhood? It's very strange how those
I have a weird relationship with authority figures.
Like your dad?
Not necessarily just dad, but like anyone who is in a position above me. So like work, teachers, like parents and stuff like that.
Oh, wow.
I grew up with like my parents love me, but it was very like conditional love. It was like, I love you as long as you fall under these categories.
That's very Asian, right?
Mm-hmm. That's how I was raised, and that's how they were raised. Wow. So we didn't really know any other way. Like, unconditional love is a very new concept to me.
Weird.
Yeah.
So you have problems with authority figures. Mm-hmm. What kind of problems?
I'm a people pleaser. Like, I hate to disappoint because I feel like if I fuck up with an authority figure, it's like, kind of like my parents, like, oh, I did something wrong, so now they're mad at me.
Disappointed.
Like, yeah, like that love is gone now. So you do everything you can to earn that love again.
Oh, wow. That's fascinating.
Yeah, it is.
Chin, you were born the same way or not raised the same way?
As far as like authority figures?
Yeah.
Pretty much. I mean, if someone's older than me, I always look at them as like, they're always better than me. They're always smarter. They're always stronger, everything. Even if it's 1 year older. Until I grew up and I started getting older.
You're like, oh,
but that's how our parents ingrained that into us.
Are your parents disappointed in you at all? Like, did they think you were going to be a doctor or some shit? Do they know what you do?
They no, they're proud, but they definitely wanted me to go down another road for sure.
And do what?
Of course, doctor, lawyer.
Right?
Yeah, that's
I feel
number
like that's
one.
what most
doctors number one, lawyer
who immigrate to this country.
Yeah.
That's what the doctor, lawyer, like it's this weird American dream.
Because their friends, their family, when they hear a lawyer or doctor, they're like, oh my God, they're so awesome. They want that same for their family. It's not even, they don't care so much about being a doctor or lawyer. It's how much it lifts up your whatever.
It's the status.
Yeah, the status.
I was talking to, I don't mean to interrupt you, B. I was talking to my girl's brother, Steven, who played high-level baseball, and he has a buddy who was playing pro, and he got drafted, was the first pick in the second round, something like that. And then it didn't really work out. He came back, and he's like, dude, I can't now. Like, he's so ashamed of not playing. He's not playing. He doesn't want to see anyone. He's so ashamed of it. He's moved on to something else. I'm like, that is so crazy, man.
Yeah.
We're talking about my son playing sports, stuff like that. And I was just telling him how crazy the concept is of professional sports, because this is what I was talking about yesterday. So if you want to be a lawyer or a doctor, right? There's steps you take to get there. Now, if I told you the average career of being a lawyer or doctor was 2.5 to 3 years, you'd go, the fuck? That's the average of that. You'd be like, absolutely, I would never dedicate my life to achieving that.
Yeah.
in professional sports, look it up, Chin. Google average careers of NFL and NBA, just professional career. It's so short.
I know.
So even if you make it,
NFL's really short.
So even if you make it, if your dream is to be in the NFL, UFC, NBA, MLB, and you achieve that dream, your average dream, that dream is going to last probably about 3 years. It's so insane. Don't get me wrong. It's awesome.
3.3 years.
Professional sports is
NFL.
awesome, and you should definitely aspire to do it.
3.3 years.
3 years.
The NFL claims that the average career is about 6 years for players who make a club's opening day roster in their rookie season.
So, but hold on, even 6 years. So Klopp played for 6 years, right? 6 years. Imagine
4.5 years.
dedicating your life.
NBA.
The NBA is 4.5 years.
That's unbelievable.
But,
your whole life.
Think about it. Your whole life. So, check it off. You made it. You're in the NBA. You have a fucking jersey. You're one of 11.
But you come out
But
with
that's
your
going to
skill
last
set.
4 years.
Yeah.
Think how crazy that is. Now, it's fantastic. That's why we watch sports. That's why the guys who do make a longevity living doing it get paid hundreds of millions of dollars. But in general, you're going to make it. You're going to dedicate your life to it. But it's going to be 4 years of glory.
You know
How crazy is that?
When I decided to be
It's
an
awesome.
actor, my friend said to me, he goes, you want to be an actor, huh? He goes, terrible idea. I go, why? He goes, why don't you try to be a senator while you're at it? Because he goes, no. I said I want to be an actor. He goes, you want to be a movie star? And I go, yeah. And he goes, I guess. And he goes, no, you don't guess. That's what you want to do. And he said, so why don't you try being a senator? And I was like, what do you mean? He goes, well, there are 100 senators. How many movie stars are there? You got a better chance of being a senator. And I was like, I don't like these odds. I don't like these odds.
I don't. But the odds are stupid. I hate when people. If you ever made decisions based on
Of course not.
odds,
Of course not. I'm just saying.
No, it's just
I'm saying that when you have a dream, you go for it. But the chances of making it in a lot of these careers.
But everyone
are like
says that. It's so stupid to me when people go, chance you make it in Hollywood less than one. I don't need that, dude.
Yeah, I don't need any of that. But that is the reality. That is the numbers we're dealing with.
It's the reality. But if that's your passion, odds do not dictate your dream at all. It doesn't make sense.
Don't make sense of your odds. Just go for it.
But also don't listen when people give you odds.
Yeah, because a lot of times it's you're in your own way, and that kind of talk gets in your own way. But that's crazy though. It's true. But I understand it. Worth playing for. Worth it.
But here's the thing. So I'm not saying don't pursue a professional career in sports. You can do that, and the things you'll pick up along the way are going to be learning experiences you're not going to get in any working field in the world.
Yes.
And then the network, the people you're going to meet, and the work ethic you're going to get from it. And then maybe your best friend he's in the NFL too, and then you guys do something after that, and you both all have these experiences in life that is not, you can't get anywhere else.
And you're learning how to learn and shit like that. You learn a lot of stuff. One of the biggest problems now with education that they're finding is that because people they're specializing so much, you're not learning really like a myopic. I mean, you're very myopic. You're not able to apply what you're learning, this little field, into a lot of other things. So range is also important. So a lot of times when you go for stuff, learning, essentially, you're learning a lot more than you think you are. You gain a lot.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. But in some schools now, they really, you remember, especially when you were growing up, but especially with me, remembering dates. Like, when did this happen? There's no more of that because now you can just Google the date.
Yeah.
Now you learn the concept and why
it's
that
so
bill
boring.
was passed. But also, you fucking idiots. You got me learning when Christopher Columbus, when the First Amendment, all this shit.
I know.
I'm memorizing numbers.
I know.
I don't even know
You're not learning how to think.
No, I have no idea what happened.
It's not what to think. It's
because
how to
all
think.
I want to do is pass the test of 19 fucking whatever it is.
Instead of teaching me how to think.
Me.
But they're doing the same thing in colleges. Now they're teaching me how to think. Yeah,
not anymore.
Now it's changing.
Now they don't do dates. Now why was this a bill? Why did this get passed?
Right.
What was going on? The reason, which is brilliant.
A lot of people come out of it not knowing. They were even talking about in science. A lot of times, the models people use for climate science, whatever it might be, a lot of times they're not even aware of how the model came to be. Who came up with the model, and is that model actually working in the real world? And so there are all kinds of shortcomings that are being addressed.
It's very interesting, but also, like, especially with kids, like, there's pros and cons to YouTube and iPads, but some of those kids they learn shit so fast now that they're on their iPad.
Yep.
Where you go to preschool and they're teaching my son colors and numbers. He's like, bitch, please. What? And he'll go through all the alphabets, all the colors, like, this is what you want us to do for the year?
Exactly.
Well, no, he knows it.
Yep.
Because he got it off his learning apps that we have him at home. You got to do something else for my money here. Yeah. You got to teach him some other shit. Whatever this is, we're past that.
Netflix has the show that my kids watch, an education show. It's so fucking entertaining. They learn everything. They learn shit they wouldn't even learn in school. It's unbelievable. Like,
the traditional ways of education is...
Yeah. Well, like, you know what that was based on? It was based on the Victorian model of creating good factory workers. So you have a bell, you sit at a desk, you sit in a row. It's just like it's like an assembly line. So it was based on being good workers, school, not being innovators. Good workers.
But we're so kind of ingrained, and we're so conditioned that you go to elementary, you go to middle school, you go to high school, then you go to college, and then it's like, I don't know if that is the answer, man.
So here's what Tiger moms, a lot of Asian families are coming up against. So a lot of times in Asian families, you're given a choice between the violin and the piano, and you specialize and you play that until you start at a young age, and you play that all the way through. It makes you a really good piano player. Here's the problem: for whatever reason, it doesn't make you can read music and everything. Doesn't make you necessarily somebody who can write good music or innovate with good music.
No.
And if you look at the people that come up with the music that we all listen to, innovate, a lot of times self-taught, played a lot of different instruments.
Oh, for sure.
And a lot of them, which I didn't know, a lot of them can't even read music.
Oh, wow.
I know. They're just, because they learned by ear and inspiration. And they learned by playing a lot of different instruments until they finally gravitated toward one.
It's the same thing in sports. Like if you talk to any like high level
Roger Federer
scout, you talk to any scout, they don't want kids who specialize in sports. So again, I was having this conversation with Joe and his brother Steven yesterday, is he goes, oh, if Tiger plays baseball, kids especially on the West Coast, it's bigger here than the East Coast, they play year round. Bad
idea.
Travel team. If you talk to any, I mean, obviously there's beasts like Trout and stuff who did play year round, but if you talk to any major league scout, they go, no. We want someone who played basketball, football, baseball. Football scouts love a kid who wrestled because it's one-on-one and the mental toughness it comes from. They don't want specialization, but all the parents want all the kids.
Very bad idea, and they're finding that when you do a lot of different sports, and then they even took the only guy golf it might be an exception like Tiger Woods. Roger Federer played every sport with a ball. He didn't gravitate toward tennis seriously until he was in his teens.
I think tennis and golf is a little different.
Yeah. Golf is a skill, so you grew that stroke. But even then, they call it cognitive entrenchment now. When you do just one sport, not a good idea.
Yeah.
For almost all sports and music and stuff, doing a lot of different things when you're young is so important.
It's huge.
It's range. It's range. There's a book written on it called Range coming out by David Epstein.
What did your parents want you to be, Kat?
A pharmacist. Their logic was that it's safe, it pays well, and that it's one of the easier things to do within the medical field.
But they didn't think you'd go for the full shebang. Like that's like they wanted you to be a nurse instead of a doctor. Like
no, they wanted me to be a pharmacist
because it's easier.
Cheaper.
Yeah, it's easier.
It's easier.
Yeah. It's also
you still get paid.
Mm-hmm. Basically,
but
they
didn't want to do that.
No, and then at the end of the day, my parents were like, well, if we put you through medical school, you're not going to learn, you're not going to do well, so let's not waste the money on that.
Why wouldn't you do
well? Huh? Just because I'm not into it.
But it's not your thing.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing was like, well, you'll probably be better off if you do something that you like rather than do something that you don't like.
And do they know you like acting and stuff like that?
Yeah, so they sent me to USC to do theater.
Oh, so they're down. They're still cool with
it. They're cool with it. They just would prefer if I did pharmacy.
How about this? How about this as a stat? So do you know that Nobel Prize winning scientists are 22 times as likely to be an amateur actor, musician, writer as any other scientist in the same field? So literally Nobel Prize, the ones that broke the mold.
Because they think different.
Creatively. And they think about other shit, and they do other shit.
They're not so finite in one lane.
Like Stephen Jobs. Stephen Jobs was just all
call him Steve Jobs, though, you know?
Stevie Jobs.
Yeah, don't call him Stevie.
No, Stevie Jobs.
Yeah, don't call him Steven ever again.
Stevie Job.
Mr. Jobs.
Jobs.
Yeah.
He
like Steven.
How about
Stevenson Jobs. Stevenson Jobs.
Carnahan's at my house and fell asleep for 4 hours during the fights.
Canelo fight or Cowboys fight?
Canelo fight, which we'll talk about. And I like Cowboys fight too. But he was like, I love Schaub. Schaub is a great guy. I love him. I'm like, I finally, I had been saying all during the podcast, and for whatever reason, I wasn't stopping. And you know the thing about Schaub, brother, is I go, you gotta say Schaub. Just S-H-A. Hey, by the way, came to my house, had been doing
Joe.
The best. Had been doing a little drinking, and just was tired as fuck. I think he had a stressful thing. I'm not kidding. I have people over. I had the fights. I had people over. Now listen. I hope he sees this. Dude. He sits down. First of all, he sees me. He's like this. Hey, brother. You look tired or drunk? He goes, I'm both, bro. I go, oh, you're at my house. All right.
Well, he's stressed because his movie's dropping too, so that's a lot of pressure.
Stress. So he sits down. Next thing I know, in the middle of the fight, he's this. With his hat on, he's this. He's this.
For sure. Deep sleep.
He slept for 4 hours. And I don't mean not 3. I mean 4 hours. 4. He got a half a night good sleep.
He probably didn't sleep the night
serious
before,
REM sleep, and he's doing this in the middle as people are talking to him. He's doing this. He's going like this. We see him at one point. He goes.
He's probably directing in his sleep.
Yeah, he's talking. Like he's having deep.
Do we know how his movie did the opening weekend?
El Chicano.
El Chicano.
I don't
bring it up, Chin. Why are you laughing?
Why?
Bring it up.
I don't think the stats are out yet.
No, they're out. They're out. Yeah, they're out because
probably not as strong as showing it he was looking at.
Well, because you're competing with the
Avengers
and Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
they make sense.
Yeah, but still time to go see it.
5 hours ago. Let's see.
Not very.
Yeah, well, not that strong.
Weren't that? Well, that's not. They weren't that strong.
Well, what's not that?
Almost
strong?
In the top 10. Number 11.
Oh, they're 11, right behind Dumbo.
It's not bad.
Made
Dumbo's a huge movie too.
700,000.
They'll get their money back. That just takes. It's a slower
It's their first
burn.
week, yeah. So I mean, look, Dumbo's been out. It's right behind Dumbo, and Dumbo's been out for 6 weeks.
Big movie.
That's not terrible,
no,
dude. And it's already made more money than Pet Sematary.
Yeah. It'll just be
just weekend, yeah.
Oh wait, no.
But still, he stresses. He still stresses.
No, hold on. I lied of all this, so I'm off. That's just the money they made that weekend. So, correction, Brendan. Dumbo made $100 million, and El Chicano's made 700 so far.
Yeah, 700,000. Yeah. It'll make its money back. It'll just take some time. Some movies are slower burns. But Boss Level's the shit. That's what I can't wait for that movie.
It's just I love Joe. I just hope it's that fucking.
He said he spent like only $6 million. He just raised $6 million for it, so that's huge already.
Yeah.
Of course, there are people who will tell us straight up that the movies like El Chicano should be supported no matter what. But the type of thing is a bit simplistic, quite frankly, insult. Right? When movies bad, we saw them film this weekend by journalism. We thought. Hold on.
Anyway.
Hold on. 100. All right, this person's a bit of a hater.
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah,
I gotta see.
It's not my type of movie. It's not. I'm not going to go to the theaters and see it. Now, what I took my son to see Ugly Dolls, and that movie is fucking awful.
So, you know what? My son said the same thing.
Dude, I fell asleep and I woke up. My son goes, "Papa, I'm bored." He's 3.
Yeah, my son.
Papa,
like,
I'm bored. I went, well, here, just eat more M&Ms and chill. He's like, no, I got to get out of here.
I gotta get out. When your 3-year-old has to get out of here. You know that's the problem. Yeah.
Papa fell asleep.
Yeah.
Slapped me, went, let's get the fuck out of here.
Right. Yeah, but Carnahan's so fucking funny. Then he wakes up after 4 hours and he's totally refreshed. I'm like, well, the thing's over. I sent him a text. I sent him and Grillo a text. I go, hey, Joe, remember when you came over to my house and slept for 4 hours?
He's probably exhausted.
He's exhausted. He burns it hard. He works so hard.
Brilliant producer.
The best.
Dude, how funny was that clip they put out of him hating on dragons and him just getting all hyped?
Oh, that was so funny.
So
you're kind of into dragons, dude. Of course, Joe knows every movie there is and every
You'd
book.
have to. That's his business. Right?
Yeah, he's amazing. He's such a good writer. Oh fuck, he's such a good writer.
Dude, you're right, man. I like how you wore sweats,
Did you see
like
the?
Wore
well, for sports, in case I get in a street fight and somebody says some shit about my girl.
You just mosey on over from the house, stumble over him in your sweats.
Yeah, just
live across the street.
But you like this, huh?
I like that shirt.
Yeah, it's cute. Now,
are you shooting again before we get in the fights? Are you back shooting?
No, not so
long. School, I like School, man.
It's a good show.
I always watch it when I see it. I always watch it. Yeah,
it's a good show.
Goldberg is all right, but School's fun.
We beat Empire in the ratings. It's
Jesse Smollett's out, so that's why.
Oh, yeah. Jesse Smollett, Jussie, not Jesse, Jussie.
I call him whatever I want.
Okay. I call him a liar.
You beat them. I call him piece of shit. You beat him in the ratings though. Oh, you beat Empire. School did.
Yeah, it keeps getting better. I was like.
It's a fun show, man.
Funny, yeah.
And I don't really like the network shows, but I'm telling you, man. I'm just not saying because you're on it. It's a good show.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. At least it only took me 25 years to get on the show.
Well, no, you were on
I know, it's been,
Goldberg's.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true. For 5 years. What am I talking
Dude,
about?
I have to do, you just went through, I have to do PR for my special that drops next Friday on Showtime.
Yeah.
If you want free Showtime, showtime.com, promo code SHAUB, 30 days free.
I like your promos on it.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
However, doing PR for it, I just don't want to do it, man.
I know.
I don't think it helps.
I think it will.
They send me the list, and I'm just like, yes, Barstool, that's my crowd. That this. The other stuff, I'm like, no. I turned down probably 10 things that they've sent to me. They're like, well, what do you want to do? I'm like, I'm not.
I want to go over some stuff with you too because they want me to do much stuff in New York when it starts streaming. When Complicated Ape starts streaming at the end of June.
I go to New York next week.
Yeah.
To do all this PR. The ones in New York are good.
You doing Cheddar? I hear that's good.
Cheddar?
Yeah, certain things are much bigger than.
No, I'm doing Barstool, and I'm doing my own thing. Yeah. Like I'm doing a food truck with Paulie out there, Malignaggi, your boy.
Yeah,
we're doing a food truck. I'm doing.
Oh shit! I gotta respond to Paulie because on.
You think you have to do it right now?
No. On Rogan's podcast. Yeah, give me a second. On Rogan's podcast, Rogan said that Paulie had gotten paid to spar with Conor. And there was a lot of things that were not true, according to Paulie. So I was like, not that I'm going to read about it, but it was just like...
Wait, what do you mean?
The way Joe characterized Paulie's sparring session and how he got paid and all that stuff is not accurate.
Well, I didn't listen to your guys' podcast. So Rogan said that Paulie got paid to spar with Conor?
And that was,
which is true.
That was, I believe, not true. I believe everything that Joe was saying, Paulie said was completely off. And just for the record, that's the case. So what do I know?
But Joe was saying that that Paulie got paid to spar with Conor.
Just read that. And,
Not out loud?
I don't know. If it's appropriate, you can.
Yo, just heard your Joe Rogan parents. Thank you. I definitely didn't recognize you off The Hangover. I definitely know you from Brendan firing the kid.
No, that's not what it says, man.
I did
that's
text Paulie. I did text him about that, by the way. To correct Joe, as he's been wrongly... Okay. I was not paid by Conor, nor did I care because by the time I left, I wanted nothing to do with them now, nor their money.
So he was not paid by Conor.
I
believe. I think he comes in because when I saw him at the gym, he's working with Mike Lee and those guys, and he's doing it. He's not getting paid for that. He's just there spending a lot of time.
He's getting ready for a fight.
Yeah, but he's also there giving people pointers and stuff. You know. Like
correct. To Joe's defense, though, Conor's team reached out to Paulie, who was a retired fighter at the time, to pay him to bring him in. Now, did he get paid? I don't think Paulie wanted to get paid.
Yeah.
I don't think Joe's trying to defend Conor. I just think
Joe was saying it off the cuff. That's all. I think.
Yeah, obviously Joe doesn't know Paulie's story, right? Because I know Paulie's story because Paulie's my boy. Me and Paulie talk. Joe doesn't talk to Paulie. Joe talks to Dana White. So he's gonna have that perspective,
right?
So of course that's Joe's perspective.
Yes,
it's not that he doesn't like Paulie.
No, he likes Paulie. But we compliment. We're talking about how great Paulie is as an analyst and how cerebral he is, how smart.
But even with the Conor situation, Joe's getting it from the UFC.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be one story.
Well, there are a couple things we all know. Fighters are the most sensitive people on the fucking planet.
Correct. Fighters and comics.
Fighters and comics. But I would even say fighters are more sensitive than
for sure, because comics have thick skin.
Fighters are the most sensitive people I've ever met in my life. About their honor, about like what's said about them and everything.
God, I'd say comics are right there, man.
Well, comics are just so dysfunctional.
Comics are right there, man. Yeah. Comics are right there. Like if you say something bad, I'll get attacked, even if we're joking.
I mean, just the fact that comics are comics already shows you that they're insecure.
Just the fact that fighters are fighters.
Yeah, 100%.
They come from some kind of...
They will not forget... If you say one thing, they won't forget it. No, fighters. They'll be like...
Oh, who's the one comic... what's his name? The dude who... the white guy who... I don't want to say he does black comedy. He doesn't. But you know what I'm talking about?
Gary Owen.
Yeah, Gary Owen reached out to me. Because remember I heard he's difficult on the road? He reached out to me and went, bro, first of all, I need to come on your podcast. He goes, where did Bryan hear that?
I didn't say it.
And he goes, you did say that.
Gary Owen. Oh, fuck. Sorry, Gary.
And he goes, me and Bryan were actually in the movie together.
Did I go bad on him?
Well, you just said
I didn't mean
you've
to.
heard that he's difficult.
I didn't
and
mean it.
He's like, I'm not difficult at all.
No,
he goes, I've never been known for that.
First of all, I gotta apologize to him.
And then you're a bad
because after
person.
that we both said,
Gary's my
I don't
friend.
know.
Well, no, Gary's my friend.
I just heard a story and I shouldn't have said it out loud. I actually instantly regretted it because that's bullshit. It was from one person.
He's been doing comedy forever, and he's a beast.
And by the way, I
no.
also should say the person that told me the story said he was really nice for the rest of the weekend.
But
I shouldn't have brought that up.
Yeah,
Fuck,
I know you're
man.
a bad
I should have
person.
told you to edit that
terrible
out.
comic.
I formally apologize. I don't know Gary, but I apologize.
Well,
to
he
you.
said he'll come on the podcast.
Well,
and
tell him to come
address
on.
it.
I got to apologize to him on fucking air. I hope he hears this. Sorry, Gary.
Too late. Damage has been done.
I feel bad about that.
Yeah, you should.
Because I know he's a good guy.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yep.
Damn it! I should have told you to edit that out. I know,
but you went bad on him.
I should not have regurgitated a story about a fellow comic.
Yep.
It was one person, and then there are
Way
always
too late.
stories like that.
Yeah, always late though. Too late for that.
But then you compounded and said you'd heard stories.
No, I didn't. Not about
both
Gary.
bad.
Not about Gary.
Sorry, Gary.
I never said about Gary. I've never heard anything bad about Gary.
Oh, I feel
heard
bad.
a story, and I don't give names because I don't need that heat in my life. I need all the help I can.
I gotta
in comedy.
re-listen to what I said.
I know you're a terrible person. So with Gary,
Gary.
yep, terrible dude, because you don't know what you're talking about.
Shut up.
So with Gary,
Stop
though,
going bad.
I'm not, dude. I'm just saying you
You're such a
regurgitated a
dick.
story you didn't hear. But he talks about it on. It was with Charlemagne and Andrew Schultz. Shout out to Brilliant Idiots, one of my favorite podcasts. He's on there and he goes, yeah, like this Bryan Callen fighting the kid. He goes, I don't know where he gets this story. He goes, I was only on the road once. He goes, I only had a problem once. And it was with this guy it was a manager who disrespected me. And, we had an issue. He goes, that's only happened once in my entire career.
Damn it, Gary.
And he's been doing comedy for a long ass time. For 20
Gary,
years.
come on the podcast. Let's get him on the podcast. Somebody reach out to Gary and tell him to come on the podcast.
He's funny, man.
I feel bad.
You should, dude.
That was really dumb. It's so against what I do. I fucking shouldn't have said.
Mistake.
It was.
You know what the problem is? We do the same thing. Even on Below the Belt, whatever I'm doing, I don't think anyone's going to listen.
That's what I mean.
I don't think people hear
I'm
the
just
show
talking, and
ever.
of course
and
he's
I'll try to
listening.
make Bryan laugh, or
Yeah.
I'll be saying something. And
Oh
then,
yeah, you've gotten shit from your own family.
Oh, dude. Oh, my God.
And you're just trying to be funny.
my
You don't
God.
mean it.
No, I'm trying to make you laugh or Chin and Cat laugh. And I'll say something about someone. On the Showtime film, in All Access, leading up to my Showtime special. And then I go, yeah, I don't know. I'm always working on a diet so I don't end up like Brendan Fraser. I go, shout out to Brendan Fraser. Because a week ago, we were talking about Brendan Fraser.
Yeah.
So it's fresh in my mind how out of shape he was.
Yeah.
And then when it aired, I watched it and went, oh, fuck, man, I like Brendan Fraser.
You feel bad.
Because what if he sees this?
That's how I felt about
Now,
it.
what happens if I saw someone go, I just want to end up like Brendan Schaub with something that I'm insecure about? I'd be so hurt.
And you're not like that, and I'm not like that. So
No, I'm not. You know me.
I can't believe
never.
I did that.
Me neither. But I'm just trying to be funny.
Get that fucker on.
It's
the
not
podcast.
funny.
Gary,
though. If
come
you're
on the
Brendan
podcast,
Fraser,
please.
No, you went bad on Gary, and you're a terrible
feel
person.
bad.
Gary, if you want to
I really
replace
do
Bryan
feel
Callen
bad.
for a day, you can.
Shit, I feel like a dick.
But to your defense, and it's definitely not Gary. He's an amazing comic. There are comics who we
Yes.
you and I are the same. Where I like to, when I go to club, when I get friendly with the managers because you're together for a whole weekend. You do a lot together with Express, whatever. I like to go, has anyone been difficult? And they tell me these horror stories, and it's so interesting.
Yeah.
Because you're like, what? None of our group, none of our friends,
Yeah.
but it'll be people that you heard of, and you're like, no way, that guy seems so friendly. Like, nightmare.
Yeah.
I love hearing those
And
stories.
there's also actors like that.
Yeah, it's
where
great.
It's like, oh boy.
It's so
Again-
funny to hear.
again, though,
like
you-
their demands.
By the way,
I'm like, how many tickets they sell? They're like 40.
Yeah.
And they ask for all pink Starburst.
Yeah.
We can't do it for 40.
And by the way, all of us have moments, and obviously, even if Gary did something, we all have moments. I've done things where people would be like, "What a dick."
to managers, though?
No, you never know. Sometimes you're just
Not
having
this road, dog.
you're having a shitty day, and something goes wrong.
For
and you
sure.
and then they make the story up. Fuck, I feel bad.
And then you pile on top of it to your millions of
I cannot
listeners.
believe I did that.
You go, yeah, Gary,
That's
man,
against
difficult to
everything
work
I do.
with. I know.
I'm gonna tweet at him.
Well,
Do you have his number?
Not for you. I can't do that. You know what the problem is? Tweet him now. He's gonna be like, dude, that was 4 or 5 weeks ago.
I feel bad.
I know.
How do I DM him?
DM on Instagram. DM me on Instagram. Me and him talked on Instagram.
You do? All right.
Gary, I like you. Brian's a bad person.
I feel
What can you do, dude?
No,
well, he's over
I can
it now.
apologize is what I can do, and we can get him on the podcast.
Yeah.
I'm older than that. I know better.
That's the thing. You're too old for this.
fucking know
I'm
better.
still. I can still make mistakes.
You can? What do you mean?
I got a lot of learning left. To do. done learning. Like you're not gonna learn anymore.
But so how come
like
you
learning's done.
But sometimes you slip up.
Yeah, but you should know better.
By the way, he's a big kid too.
Yeah, I don't know about
what if there's
fighting.
a tussle?
I don't know, dude.
Might be a tussle.
Beautiful wife too.
Yeah, by the way, she is.
You know, his story is interesting because dang, his wife is gorgeous.
Yep.
She's a
married
big
a long
personality.
time,
His story is interesting because he was in the Marines, and
Now I like him even more.
but he got out because he got offered to do, I think it was some big comedy thing, and he went to his head guy, was like, listen man, I'm doing this, you can either let me go honorably or either way I'm out because my passion
destiny
is
is
comedy,
there, yeah,
so
yeah.
let me out, and they let him out.
Good.
Yeah, he got voted like
joined the
funniest
Marines.
fucking dude in the Marines or some shit.
How old
Funniest
is he?
serviceman in America.
Funniest serviceman in America.
I've never seen his comedy.
He's funny, man.
He got funniest black comedian in San Diego. Fantastic. That's hilarious.
How old is he? He does a ton of work too, man.
44.
Yeah, 44.
Well,
He's a younger guy.
I'm a bad person. We've established that.
You guys are in a movie together too, Dick.
Yeah.
You're in Ride Along.
And Think Like a Man.
I mean, you were in there for 3 seconds. Yeah, I hear you.
Hey.
Well, that's like me saying me and Shia LaBeouf are both in fucking.
All right.
You know what I'm
Take it
saying?
easy. Got cut out of the movie, all right?
All right, I hear you, man. You got the movie, man. That is fucked up.
I'll tell you a story about that movie. It's so
Oh yeah, he's in Think Like a Man. I love that movie. Ride Along, Think Like a Man 2, Get the Fuck Out of My Face. Get Hard, amazing movie. Meet the Blacks. I didn't see that
I didn't
one.
see Get Hard.
Meet the Blacks. Do you see that? You didn't see Get Hard? That's a good movie.
No.
All right, let's do some current events.
Relax.
You guys want to talk about the fight?
Oh, did
Oh,
you?
yeah.
Well, I thought that the
Wait, what, you watched on DAZN?
I watched Bones. Yeah, DAZN.
What? Oh, you thought you illegally
Streaming,
streamed
yeah,
it?
I don't know.
No,
I
you
watched
illegally
it.
streamed it.
No, I watched
Oh, really?
DAZN.
How much do you pay a month for DAZN?
I don't know, but I already paid it a while back when he had this first fight on DAZN.
Canelo has first
the
fight?
app I had to get. Yeah,
You got the app?
Yes.
No, where'd you get the app at?
on my TV, my smart TV.
You downloaded it?
Uh huh.
And then you
I
signed
didn't
into it.
I didn't. My wife did.
You had someone do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
I was trying to see if you illegally.
No,
downloaded
I didn't.
this.
No, because I wanted to watch it on the big screen.
But if you did,
Yeah. But
Sometimes
wanted
I have
watch
to.
it on the big screen. You
I
know
know.
what I'm saying?
Remember when I couldn't find it? I had to
Yeah.
hit you up. Because you've been doing it for years.
I don't know what you're talking about. Stop winking at me. Everybody can see it. You're not being subtle, dude.
All right,
Stop
sorry.
opening your mouth and
Sorry.
winking. Cut it out.
All right, dude. But if. All right.
Kevin,
so what'd you think?
Kevin
of it?
Hart, not to drop a name, his wife was pregnant. He introduced her. He goes, "This is my wife," and he goes, "She's pregnant." And he goes, "I did that." He's winking at me. I'm like, cut that shit. He goes, "No, but I did that." He's going, I'm like, "Hey, stop winking at me. It's weird. It's not an accomplishment just because he has."
What'd you think of.
I think Canelo belongs in conversation with one of the great fighters. I put him in. I believe if you took Canelo and you put him up against Marvin Hagler, Sugar Ray Leonard, you put him up against anybody in history, I think he holds his own.
Yeah, he's right there.
I think he
He's
holds
right
his
there.
own.
I don't know what's next for him.
I
at
think he's
middleweight.
so
There's not much
fundamentally
for him.
sound. Danny Jacobs is such a fucking beast. A lot of people think he beat Triple G,
I do.
and that's how good he is, and bigger. And Canelo is just so fundamentally sound as whatever his name was.
I just don't know where
said it.
Canelo goes from here. There's
God,
not
he's
a whole lot of there's not a major fight. Earl Spence Jr. talked he would go up and fight him, which would be an amazing fight.
be
But
amazing.
he's so much bigger than Spence.
He's bigger than Spence, but Spence is.
I don't know. There's like the Triple G, the rubber fight. I guess I'll watch
I don't
that.
really care.
I'm not crazy about
Was
that.
that 54 at 54? That
No,
fight?
no.
That was at 60?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's big. That's a big jump for Earl Spence. That's a big jump for Earl Spence.
But for Canelo, there's like no blockbuster fight I can think of right now for like the Triple G
I
fight.
thought Danny Jacobs was going to be a lot
Yeah,
closer
me
than
too.
it was. And when you look at the way he was punching, Canelo was blocking almost all of the shots.
His head movement was ridiculous.
my God.
Canelo's so good.
And did you notice-
he's my favorite to watch.
He also changed his style up.
Oh, he's so amazing.
He stopped fighting the way he was in the beginning and started changing. And then he was just sitting there moving forward.
Here's the thing about Canelo, he can do both. You want
That's
to
what I
sit
mean.
on the outside and box? He can do that, which he did against Triple G.
Yeah.
You want to apply pressure, he can do that, which he did in the second fight against Triple G.
Yep.
You want to do a combination of both, he can do that, Danny Jacobs
Unbelievable.
style. He's so fucking
Unbelievable.
good.
Danny
But there's
Jacobs-
nothing like after the fight, there's nothing,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. There's nothing where you're like, oh, I have to see this next now.
Right. That's
It's
right.
just tricky.
Who is there? Is there anybody? Earl Spence is the only thing, but I think Earl Spence is going to go up from 47. Earl Spence will go to 54 or whatever.
Earl Spence fighting Sean Porter next.
Yeah, I know.
Or maybe Crawford is.
No, he's
I
fighting.
forget.
He's fighting Sean Porter, I think.
Yeah.
Crawford and he are not fighting.
No, Spencer.
That's the fight I want to see.
No, Porter and Crawford.
Yeah, I want to see that fight. But I wonder how Canelo does. Canelo's a lot. Canelo, I think, walks at 180.
It's thick.
He's very thick. But he could fight at 54.
Oh, yeah.
Canelo.
He's fought there.
So they could
yeah.
meet at 54.
Yeah, there's just no like huge fight for him where you're like, oh, this is the like for Spence and Crawford, like that's it. For Mikey Garcia, like there's for Lomachenko, it's like, oh, we can do this. Like you can think of fights for them, but
Otherwise, no.
I don't know.
Cowboy Cerrone continues to astonish.
Yeah, you look great, man.
Fucking
Hopefully he
great.
gets that Conor fight in July.
You think that's going to happen?
I think if there's a fighter who can bring Conor out, it'd be Donald Cerrone. It checks all boxes for both guys.
This brings Donald up to third, I think, maybe. What's this do? Because Iaquinta was fourth.
Iaquinta was fourth, so it depends. Because remember, he was fighting at 70. When he left, he was ranked 2 at 55. Jumped to 70.
Yeah.
Lost there, won
Yes.
there. Now he's back at 55.
He's at 8, and now
So
he beat number 4.
I think they need to put him somewhere. I think you at least got to put him at 4, if not 3.
See, I'd love to see him fight Tony Ferguson. I'd like to see him fight
Tony
Khabib.
Ferguson, me too. Tony Ferguson needs to fight for a title. You quit
Tony
fucking
Ferguson
him
needs to
over,
fight,
man.
yeah.
Give him a title
I
shot.
agree.
But the only fight to make, you have Cowboy on call for Dustin Poirier, Khabib. If someone gets hurt,
Yeah.
Cowboy steps up, gets a title shot.
Yeah.
But outside that, Cowboy should go Conor next in July, then fight the winner of Dustin Poirier, Khabib.
I think
And then
that'd be
Cowboy
amazing.
rides off in the fucking sunset
think it'd be
with his cute
amazing.
little son and his wifey,
Yep, and his money.
goes make more babies.
Love him.
There's the game.
I love him. Well, I feel like the person that gives Khabib the biggest fits in that entire division is actually Donald Cerrone because his wrestling is so good. His wrestling's better. His wrestling and jiu-jitsu is arguably maybe better than all of those guys, including Tony Ferguson.
Absolutely
Do you agree
not.
or not.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So Tony Ferguson wrestled in college,
I
right?
understand.
And is a phenomenal wrestler.
But Donald-
Cowboy's not.
Donald's-
Cowboy's good wrestler. Nowhere
Hasn't
near.
been out wrestled though. When was the last time he was out wrestled? He was out punched by Darren Till and stuff, but I haven't seen him out wrestled. Right?
I mean, name a wrestler that he's fought recently.
Well, I've heard from guys who've trained with him. You probably know this.
not better. I'm telling you right now, not a better grappler or wrestler than Tony Ferguson.
Not a better grappler.
No, that's silly.
As good.
No, nowhere near.
Really?
No, the wrestler? That's
Yeah.
Tony Ferguson's background. That's like saying Tony Ferguson's as good as a
But we're
striker.
talking about MMA. We're talking about.
Doesn't matter.
I
Not
feel like
the
Donald
same.
can hang wrestling with anybody.
Not Khabib.
Well, that's different.
You're way off on this.
Khabib's different, huh?
Yeah.
So
No,
you think
Tony's
Tony
getting
Ferguson's more of a challenge?
Tony's getting taken down by Khabib.
Yeah.
Yes. Cowboy's getting taken down by Khabib.
Yes.
It's
Everybody's getting everybody's getting taken down by Khabib.
It's can he get back
Yes.
up, weather the storm,
Right.
and drag him out to the 4th and 5th
Who does
round.
that better? Tony? Over
100%. As far as scrambling,
Yeah.
oh, Tony all day. Tony's a scrambler. That's what he does.
Yeah.
Catch you in the scramble. Tony versus Khabib is the best matchup to make at 155. Bar none, hands down. Outside that, there's really no one fucking with Khabib.
there's no one. Because you
Not even
can't
close.
get
Not even close.
that one thing that Conor did where he doubled up on the one hand, whether he was standing up or on the ground.
Yeah.
That did keep Khabib at least at bay for
From
couple
smashing your
rounds.
face in, but he's
Yeah.
still on top of you.
still on top of you.
Doesn't
Still
matter.
on
That's
top
still
of you.
winning. Like Khabib's he's not gonna blow anyone out the water as far as knocking him out. Or
No, it's that one formula that nobody can solve.
he's gonna take you down.
It's that
everyone in
but
the world.
you know he's going to scoop your legs.
You can't do anything about it. Everyone in the world is gonna get taken down. It's just Tony's the best kind of scramble guy in the game, so Tony could do that. Justin Gaethje can wrestle his ass off. Problem with Justin Gaethje is though he only has one speed. He only has first gear, and he even says that he goes, "That's just the way I
It was
fight."
funny when he was talking to you on your. I watched a clip of your
food truck?
Yeah, and he was very sensitive about sort of being called an exciting fighter, which could mean a reckless fighter.
No, his trigger for him is a great conversation. His trigger for him is when you call him a reckless fighter.
That's what I mean,
He says it's all
reckless.
calculated.
Yeah, which I don't quite agree with, but I don't know. But I just,
Oh no, we had. I don't know. If, I didn't watch the episode. I don't know if they showed like me and him get into it, but not like we're arguing.
No,
I was
you
just like,
have a point of view.
I was just like, well, no, dude, you're reckless in this regards.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, but it's all calculated. That's fine, but that style is reckless. And I went, obviously, you get upset by
You'll
it.
stand and bang
that
in
would be
in
a
phone
trigger.
booth.
That
Yeah.
would be if you tell me I'm shitty at something and I know I'm not. That doesn't trigger me.
Yeah.
It's obviously something touchy for you.
Well,
There's something there.
he's a guy who'll fight you in a phone booth and go toe to toe, and I think that can always be considered with small gloves more reckless than a guy who's more casual.
Especially with his wrestling.
But that's why
background.
he's so excited.
But him versus Khabib, that opening round would be fun. Now, as it's 2, 3, 4, if Khabib were able to take him down, do you remember Justin's an
I didn't
amazing
know.
wrestler?
I didn't know he was. What's his wrestling?
All
pedigree?
American, University of Northern Colorado.
Jesus Christ!
All American.
All American.
Stud.
Wow.
And but his striking's better than Khabib's. He's more explosive. But after the first round, if he gets taken down, what happens?
It was like somebody telling me he was a really good wrestler. Then he wanted to go wrestle at University of I think it was in
Who you talking
Arizona,
about?
ASU. And I said, he goes, I just couldn't hang. And I go, why? He goes, so you know those guys in high school that are undefeated? They wrestle all 3 years and nobody beats them. He goes, everybody on the team is like that.
At ASU?
Yeah, like on any D1 program,
Oh,
they're all that good.
Yeah, they're all that.
He's like, they were all so sick. It was like,
yeah.
it was like, I was like, they were so, he goes, they were so good. I couldn't imagine beating them anytime.
You're not
anywhere.
even getting looked at unless you're like top 1% in your state.
So fucking retarded. And this is, and then you get these guys in UFC, just different dudes.
Well, then you get a guy like Khabib.
World class.
I don't know who's going to beat him.
Well,
Let me piss before we go to current event.
Sure.
I got to pee too.
We're just talking about, well, we drained our huge cocks. How crazy.
That's so aggressive.
It's so aggressive. How crazy is it that our friend, Chris D'Elia, is in an Eminem song with Logic.
Yeah.
The
Logic.
two best white rappers on planet Earth. Besides, you know who my favorite is out of all of them?
Who?
Little Dicky. But I'm sure Little Dicky and Chris are going to do a collab.
Well,
any
he
day
played
now.
me, Chris played me the song this morning. He goes, here you go.
Did it sound like fucking?
Of course, I didn't know who Logic
You don't
was
know
until
rap.
you just
You don't
showed
know.
me.
You know Logic because
Now I
you
did because he did the Suicide song.
give it up, dude. Give it up,
man,
old
come on.
daddy.
Yeah.
Can I call you old daddy?
Yeah, Old Daddy's good.
Look at just so little fact on Logic, not white. Logic is actually his dad is black.
That's a big
right.
thing for him. Biracial Bobby.
Biracial Bobby.
Yeah,
He'll
that's what he
drop the
calls
N-word
himself.
too. Now, if you didn't know he's black, I was like, oh wow, I don't want to listen to this. I was like, what is he doing? Then you do some research. His dad's black.
Dad's black.
Still a little tough, man, because he looks so white. He looks like Chris looks obviously Middle Eastern there.
Well, he looks
like
al-
he's
Chris
selling
looks Albanian.
drugs. Yeah, he looks like an Albanian slave trade.
Eminem looks
Eminem looks
super yellow.
Well, Eminem's a White Walker in that picture,
He
so
looks
that's
like a White
fantastic.
Walker. He looks like
Eminem's
King
a
of the
White
North.
Walker, King of the North.
Yeah.
Clearly dead.
Yeah.
Chris looks like he sells fucking humans.
He
for
just looks
sex
like he's
trade.
never been in the sun. And Chris looks
Ever.
actually whiter than a White Walker.
And then you got the kid on the right.
Yeah. If Chris was in the snow, you'd be like, "Where's Chris?" Yeah. And then you got Logic, who looks like he belongs in Cape.
Logic. Logic does.
Yeah, in Cape.
No, Logic looks like he's a phenomenal.
He looks like
artist.
a guy who does a white guy from at Google, in the Google cafeteria.
And here he is, half black, dude.
Can I
Crazy,
get another
right?
picture of him?
Logic?
Yeah.
It's so fucking cool, Chris. When I saw it, I texted him, I went, dude, how fucking nuts is it that you're in an Eminem and Logic song? Logic broke up with his girl as well. They were engaged.
They were married and then
Married,
they
right?
got
Bought her a
divorced.
G-Wagon shit and then went another way.
He's white.
But is there a picture of his dad?
That
Yeah, there is.
That guy's
That guy's white, right? Dad straight up black.
he's using.
But Halsey's supposed to be black too. Mm-hmm.
Halsey, same situation.
What'd you say?
Same situation with Halsey too.
Look
Black
at
dad,
his
white mom.
dad, bro. That's black guy.
That's a black fella.
That's his dad. Light skinned.
Dressed like a pimp.
It's very weird to hear Logic drop N-bombs when you don't know his dad's black. You're like, okay, well, I can't fucks with this.
Family.
Pretty mom.
Is that him on the right? No.
It's got to be the small one, right?
Yeah, because his
got-
brother was super cute there, man.
Yeah.
Damn, look at his
little bit like
dad
Tiger.
looking like a straight up fucking Brooklyn vampire up there.
Yep.
God, dog.
Like a Brooklyn vampire. Didn't Chris Swartzen call you an Italian Lego?
Yeah.
Chris Swartzen.
Nick Swartzen. You talking about your friend that you did a show with? Chris Swartzen?
God, I love him, though. I love Nick.
I like Logic. I'm really into, I don't know what it is. I'm on this weird white rapper kick right now. Macklemore. I worked out to him all morning. Macklemore. I love them.
He's very good.
Love his haircut. Macklemore. I'm really into Little Dicky right now. My son loves his music
He's
videos.
the guy who looks like somebody took a magic marker to his whole body.
No. Little Dicky? No.
Oh, that's Little Dicky.
Yeah.
He's cool. Yeah, I like that.
First of all, he's funny.
Yep.
He's a comedian who can rap. That's
Yep.
what's going on there.
Yep, he's hilarious. We saw him at Justa.
That's right.
Yep.
He was
Because I was like,
friendliest guy to the manager there.
What?
he was just a little bit out of it, I think.
I think they fucked up his
Oh,
sandwich.
he's not a
They
good.
fucked up his sandwich.
Oh, that's right.
Which I understand.
That's just.
But Little Dicky's super talented.
Who's that? Who's
Don't
that
know.
guy?
Who's the Muppet?
He probably like. He's probably one of those kids that wanted a wish to go out with him or something. Maybe.
No, that's not a Make-A-Wish. That's his producer or some shit, you fucks.
Hey.
That guy's in a music video with Halsey.
Really?
Yes.
Chin.
Never mind.
Fuck, dude.
But I do understand why Chin's saying that because that guy's
I
head,
don't.
That guy's head. Little Dicky could live in that guy's head. He's got a head on him.
He has a giant head.
Yeah.
I don't know.
At first, I thought it was Clay Guida. Like
wow.
shaking his head.
No. Clay
Who I
Guida
love.
looks like a fucking.
Clay Guida looks
Versace
so
model next to that
different.
guy.
Clay Guida, though, in person looks so different than he does on.
He looks like
camera.
a caveman.
Yeah, on camera he looks like a caveman. In person, he looks like a regular dude, like kind of a nice looking dude. It's weird.
Yeah, I'm really into Little Dicky right now.
Oh, Benny Blanco. That's his name.
Benny Blanco.
Blanco.
Blanco. White rappers are kind of. Oh, Benny Blanco has some hits.
Ed Sheeran.
Apparently.
He's just scruffy. Man.
Yeah, he has that hit with.
Man, I was at
Halsey.
Coffee Bean with Chris Lee this morning, and people dress like maybe I'm so not hip. The new style of people like tucking their pants into their colorful socks with shoes.
It's a lot. You know what? Fashion is turning a little bit too casual for me. Like people that are wearing not you like this is whatever.
Yeah.
But like when people make an attempt to dress and just in sweats.
Well, go to my
and like
Instagram
real
right
baggy
now.
shit.
Look at what Chris was wearing. Look at these pants he was wearing.
Girls do
Literally
that too now,
it's
though.
like your
What?
pajamas.
Girls do that too now. There's for a hot minute it was like a lingerie top and then sweatpants.
Look at him. Look at him for a second. Look at his pants. What are you wearing, man? It's a meeting at 9 a.m. and you show up in
That's
that shit.
hilarious.
Relaxing shit.
You're what?
It's my relaxing shit. It's style, man.
You're
I'm just
20 minutes
relaxing.
late with your dumb shit.
He was 20 minutes late.
Fucking
What?
accident, dude.
There was an
An
accident. accident?
Yeah,
Go around
man,
it.
there
then.
was an accident.
Well, just go around
I did have to wait, dude.
You don't look very playful right now.
No. He's tired.
No. Listen, man, I don't want to do this, but
What?
tell people that I'll be at the Miami Improv Thursday.
Oh,
Friday,
yeah,
Saturday.
dude.
You just use them, you son of a bitch. Those, yeah, I can't get into the sweat game movement. Like that's just it will never be my style.
No.
You know what I did the other day? I mean, I'm wearing these, but I was like, God, I'm 36 years old. Am I just gonna wear sneakers all the time?
Yeah.
So I went out and bought some dope ass, more stylish boots to wear.
You do have other boots.
You talking about my Gucci's?
You have other boots too, don't you? A lot of boots.
I have a lot of boots. Yes.
But you had to go buy.
Shout out to
You had
Taff.
to go buy new ones.
I had to buy some boots.
Spend some money on them. You're on Rodeo Drive. I know that.
You do. Oh, you did know,
I know
that.
you're on Rodeo Drive,
You do know that.
and you have eyes everywhere
Saint
too.
Laurent? What? Saint Laurent?
You're at Yves Saint
Did you
Laurent.
ask if I was Saint Laurent YSL? I did get boots, but I need an outfit for my stuff for Showtime.
Can I see the boots? You have a
You're
picture
gonna
of
like them, dude. You're gonna like them. You're gonna appreciate them. These with jeans and a nice tee.
All right.
dude. Come on, man.
Pointy.
No, they're not pointy. You're gonna approve of these. These are very.
Because I need myself a good pair of boots. But those are nice boots. See, those
So
are
you
nice
would-
boots. Well, that's a great boot.
Right.
That's a great boot. That's a classic
And
boot.
they're the most comfortable boot of
And
all
they're not
time.
giving them away. I know that. They're not giving those away.
Yeah, I don't know, dude.
Yeah, Yves Saint Laurent.
So
Yves Saint Laurent.
with nice jeans, dude. Son, grow
I like
up.
those
I can't just be
understated-
wearing sneaks all the time.
I agree. Gotta
Can't
change
just
it
be
up.
wearing sneaks. Now the shirt's gonna piss you off a little bit, and I want to wait till you see me on Showtime wearing it. Is it gold and black? Yes, it is. And when I wore it, I went, man, Rogan Callen are not gonna like this.
No.
I'll take it.
No.
Chris will appreciate it.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
You guys, this is my impression of Chris and fucking Brennan. Oh, those are dope. Yeah, yours are dope too. Those are sick. As they're looking at shoes.
But you see, I want to wear those sweats Chris is wearing. I can't get down with the sweat movement. I just can't.
That's how I talk behind Chris. And
Hey, how about Chris post? Attention. If you're a fan of mine and reside in Miami, do not go to this man's show.
what a dick! I just saw that, you son of a bitch. God damn. God damn it, Chris. Actively campaigning against me. Oh, Bleach Media official. It's called Style Bryan. Wait, who's the guy who does those creepy deep fake videos? That guy's.
I don't know who he is, but he's brilliant.
He's a fucking genius.
So good.
You see what he did with my special?
No, did you?
Did you see that?
Yes. Did you see the one he did of me and you? Did you see the one he did of me?
Yes.
I was a prostitute.
Yes.
Have you seen this, Chin?
It was the
Have you seen it, Chin?
But,
did you
is it
retweet it, Kat?
Yeah,
I reposted it.
Yeah, Dr. Fake
Yeah,
Fakenstein.
Dr. Fakenstein.
Wait, go to my fucking how he makes fun of my special, which is so outrageous.
On his page here?
I think so.
I don't think so, B.
Oh my god, it was so funny.
Kat, which one did you post? Me as a am I a prostitute or something?
Yes, you were.
I didn't see the other one he did of me there as alfalfa. He's really good.
Maybe he's on Fighter and the Kid. I don't know.
Oh, found it good. Yeah.
I don't know. He's a genius. I don't know how he does this shit. How does he do it?
No, not that one. The one of
If you go
it's
down,
me and
you'll see
Callen.
it.
Here.
So this one is from The Fakening.
This one's sick.
Oh, never mind. They're two different ones then.
Can we play it and not get in trouble because it's on our Instagram?
How you doing?
Fine. You a cop?
Is that Meryl Streep?
No.
Pretty sure.
Why are you?
I think so.
No.
It is
You want a day?
from the 70s.
How much?
How much you gotta spend?
I don't think this is Meryl
It depends
Streep.
on what you do.
I have sex. I give head, half and half. And I do domination.
Dude, that's Meryl Streep, dude.
There's no way.
I bet you.
Guarantee it's not.
Is that all?
How crazy is this?
What do you mean, is that all? What the hell you want, a hand job?
I want to fuck you up the ass.
You can stick it up your own
That's so
asshole.
aggressive.
I would if I could. Bitch.
Bastard! Fucking jerk off! Jesus, you hear the mouth of
That's creepy.
Dude, that's Meryl
What is that
Streep.
movie?
What movie is that?
What is that movie?
What was it?
It's definitely not Meryl Streep.
I want to fuck you in the
Sounds
ass.
just like I wouldn't type that in, Chin. I wouldn't type that in, Chin. I'm trying to help you out on your computer. You have the worst skills Googling of all time.
No, it's from an old movie, right? 80s. I want to fuck you in the ass.
Dude, how far is Tampa from Miami? We're both in Florida this weekend. I'm in Tampa.
You're in Tampa. You're a little
Tampa
far.
Improv.
Yeah.
How far?
Then I'm in Orlando the next weekend.
I'm not there. I'm in New York. the
Fuck,
next
you're in
weekend.
Tampa and I'm in Miami.
I know. How far is that, dude? Because I'm definitely not going to drive down hours and see you. But
Yeah,
let's
it's
figure it out.
4 hours away.
No.
Yeah, 5.
4?
4 or 5 hours.
No, because I drove from Palm Beach. I did Palm Beach,
Oh, there.
Tampa, Orlando.
Look at this. Look at this shit.
Who is that supposed to be, though?
Bryan Callen, political values. The unofficial trailer for Bryan Callen's latest stand-up special, Complicated Names.
That's hilarious. He's kind of roasting you, but whatever.
I know he is. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Face swap and faking me. If you're gonna roast me and you're this good, then I deserve it. Bryan Callen paranoid.
Everything's this.
I was like, are you fucking... Dalia sent this to me, I think.
That's funny.
Fuck off.
All right, what else you got, Chin? But wait, real quick. Google how far is Tampa and Miami?
God,
That guy's so good.
well, the fucking Charles Manson thing. Yeah,
4
4.5
hours,
yeah.
dude. Fuck, Florida's big.
I know.
Oh, we're on a completely different coast, baby.
That's right, baby. Tampa. Tampa.
Well, we might as well be in different states. 4 hours.
There's Orlando.
I mean, dude, you know, we're in Vegas together in June. I forgot about
June
that.
15th.
The Orleans?
Get your tickets June 15th.
We don't have a link up, I don't think. Do we?
No, we don't. We need one.
Jay, get the link up.
Yeah, we got to get that link up. Fuck.
We're at the Orleans.
So I'm at the Miami
Cat Chin, you
Improv.
trying to come to Vegas?
If I can get work off, that'd be great.
It'd be a Saturday. We're there on a Saturday, I think.
Saturday?
Yeah, you don't work on Saturdays.
Oh, yes.
Chin, you trying to come to
Miami.
Vegas and
Always.
hire a professional and
Any
do
show.
kratom
What?
off their assholes?
Sure.
Yeah. Create them off their bungs.
How about ask Chin if he had kratom this morning? He goes, you know this. No, he put always.
Always.
It's true.
It's true.
Who else was doing kratom? I just found out about.
Elon Musk. He does.
He does?
What else you got, Chin?
Boom.
Well, Game of Thrones viewers noticed that there was something wrong in last night's episode. If you look at this clip, somebody forgot their cup of coffee on the table in this scene,
That
and
is
nobody
so
found it
incredible.
until it aired.
By the way, that was a great episode.
That's dude. Give it up.
Fuck, that was a good episode.
They're gonna fucking hate it.
No,
I'll rip your
that
teeth
was a
out.
great
I thought
episode.
it was so good.
Man. And when you see her walking away,
Who walked away?
our girl, right here in the shot.
Oh,
she's
Daenerys?
so angry.
How about when she's on the dragon? I'm like, oh, this is cool. Katoosh!
I know.
Dragon in the ocean.
That's a strong fucking arrow. That's easy
Dude,
to kill it.
it's the strong. Goosh,
And that guy's
and then one
brave.
through the throat.
I know. And just good.
And how about Cersei's pregnant?
I know. I'm gonna put a prince in your belly.
I hate that guy.
I do too.
You know who I don't fuck
He's
with?
so
either?
cocky.
I know. I can't stand him. You know who I don't like? She was my favorite. Was Daenerys, the Dragon Queen? She's getting on my nerves now.
Yeah, because she's getting
being
jealous.
stupid.
She's a little jealous.
Little jealous cat.
Yeah. But now she's about to get on that fucking dragon. Here's my question.
That
With
dragon ain't shit, 'cause he can just
I was
shoot it
gonna
down
say,
there.
with that dragon that close and those arrows, it was just sitting there. I was like,
When they were talking
I
with
would've
Cersei's,
opened up on that fucking
when
dragon.
Yeah, when they're talking with Cersei's,
That
like
should-
negotiating, I'm like, bro, you want to end the war? Watch this. Kiku,
I
dragon
know.
gone. Now they have the shitty army. No
Right.
dragon.
Correct.
Game, set, match.
correct.
What are we doing? Shoot the dragon.
Shoot the dragon.
Those things are easy to kill.
Obviously, apparently. I didn't think they were.
Me neither.
It's my only issue.
Into that arrow. I thought they were
Well,
impossible to kill.
yeah.
I thought arrows would bounce off them because
Me
they're
too.
dragons.
Me too.
No, they're giant lizards, and of course an arrow's going to kill it.
Yeah, I thought that their scales were steel, thick as steel.
Dude,
But when you shoot an arrow with enough strength, it goes through steel.
me too. How
Doesn't
about Daenerys and Jon? She's his aunt.
Now I don't understand.
Did you watch Cat, or am I spoiling all this for you?
By the way,
Nope,
I
I
didn't
watched it.
understand that.
You didn't watch it?
I watched it.
Oh,
Yeah.
shoot.
I didn't understand that. That's why is she his aunt?
It's a long story, dude.
You don't actually know.
Do you know Cat?
Yes. So
See, I don't pay attention to the details either.
No, I do. We went over it last night. 'cause-
Yeah, but then you
Go ahead.
So Danny's brother Rhaegal actually had a child with Lyanna Stark, and that's Jon's actual mother. And so he's not Ned Stark's bastard. He is the son of Rhaegal and Lyanna,
Correct.
which then makes him her nephew.
Correct. You know what I'm saying? So they don't have the same dad. So the Starks, where they're like, we're family,
Oh.
they don't have the same dad.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
They're all cousins, not siblings.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
They're related, but they're not.
It is crazy
Brother
that
and
props didn't see.
How crazy is
See,
that?
so the people that had to miss that were the director, were the line producer, were the continuity person,
Showrunner.
were the showrunner, the producers. They're all sitting there watching those shots. My only guess is that it was shot by a second unit director after the fact, and they had to get this shot in
So
the background.
from the source close to the situation, he said they were under deadline and they were literally going off zero sleep, basically
Yeah.
shooting for 48 hours straight.
Yeah.
Just missed it. Chin has a different theory, and it's actually, I'm not mad at it. Hit him, Chin. Hit him, Kratom, Chin.
It's not a theory. I just think it is possible that it's like a mark. It's a campaign. Like they could have just paid them money
Conspiracy
to do
theory
something.
thinks Starbucks.
well, it's got us all talking.
Yeah, that's why I think it's possible.
know?
Do you think Starbucks sits around and goes, we need more marketing?
Yeah.
But that's the biggest way to get a gazillion people to buy more Starbucks.
Does it? It doesn't make me want to go to Starbucks.
It
doesn't.
Although
I can tell you that the Game of Thrones people, I'd be very surprised if they okayed that.
If they sold out like that?
Yeah, because that takes you out of the story. Like
But no, I didn't
No,
notice.
they'll just play it off
I
as
didn't
an
even notice.
accident. But
It's after the fact, though, right?
I think it was just an accident. The problem is you got to edit it. When you edit it, there's so many people would see it.
That's what.
So many
That's
people.
what
Like
said.
I don't
That's go
get
through so many layers.
so many layers because you have
For
to.
everyone to make the mistake. That's the only reason why I give a little bit of ground to chin on this. I go, I can kind of see that.
I think if you're going to believe in conspiracy theories, that's a great conspiracy
Right?
theory to agree because there's no way. There's so many things that have to go wrong with that.
How many people see that? From the editors to the soundboard?
But the editors may not be expecting it. They may just be. They're just trying to edit all the scenes together, and they're just like that.
That's a cup, and they keep going.
It's a dark room. I don't know.
But then you got to send off sample, right? Like you got to send off so people can verify it, okay it. The directors have. No one saw the Starbucks cup. There's too many brilliant minds for that to go
They might have
unnoticed.
just thought it looked like
And look at it.
pile of beer. I don't
But
know.
even there,
wait, was this particular scene? Do you guys remember this scene?
very
Yeah,
important
I don't
scene.
remember. I don't remember the.
Was it like a very engaging
It was
scene?
dark
Like,
and
super engaging
so you
scene.
probably won't think about looking
Well,
at
we're
something
looking
on
at
the
her
table.
face because she's jealous, and that was
She's
one
jealous because
shot.
this guy's drunk. He's telling John how great he is to ride a dragon and do what he did in the war. You know,
Let's see the scene because I think it's like 1 second. So
if
sometimes
you scroll right there, that's it.
They left a coffee cup in the.
Well, they just focused in on it.
It's very quick.
So try it again. Let me see.
They left a coffee cup.
1,000, 2, 1,000. Still 2 seconds, man.
They even zoom in
I'm
on it.
Very surprised.
They even zoom in on it.
I think this guy zoomed in on it. I'm not sure how
On
it was
his
on the
phone?
actual. Yeah,
Yeah,
when he was
he did.
recording it.
That's a good point.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it's still in frame.
Yeah, I mean that's even right there,
Dude,
That's
come
the scene.
on.
I'm amazed.
No one saw that?
They may have had to use it, but you can CGI out that out.
Yeah, you could block it with
CGI.
something.
You could put a fucking turkey leg.
They can take it out of the.
You put a
could put
dragon egg
another
over
bowl.
the top of it. That's very strange. I'm kind of with chin on this. All right, what else you got?
I'm with you too. I think that might make sense.
So this is some bad news. It has been released that there are about 8,000 Boy Scout leaders who have been accused of sexual abuse and about 12,000 victims
Doesn't surprise me.
between the years of 1944 to 2016. And the Boy Scouts never released a list of these accused men because basically there really wasn't a reason for them to do that because it would jeopardize their reputation as the Boy Scouts,
Yeah.
being a family organization. But there was a law recently that passed in New York where the statute of limitations changed for victims to sue their abusers. And so they released a list of about 100 to 200 people within the New York, New Jersey area who were on this list.
Here's my thing. Of course.
Right.
But of course. No.
When you see a guy
If
who's
my
an Eagle
son,
Scout,
if my son went, Dad, I want to be in the Boy Scouts. Absolutely fucking not. A grown man over the age of 21 years old that wants to be a fucking Eagle Scout and lead little boys
On
on
camping trips.
adventures.
Yeah. Yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah, exactly.
The-
By the
Why
way,
do you
Boy
think-
Scouts are a great organization for kids, but like in my kid's a Cub Scout, and there's a lot of supervision. So when they go on a hiking trip,
I was in the Cub Scouts.
when as a Cub Scout, when you go on a trip, a parent must be in the tent with that child. Nobody else can be. So those are Cub Scouts, but that's the world we live in. But I 100% think that in anywhere where boys are being mentored, you better watch out that there are it's going to be where predators go
it's
to.
easy.
Yeah.
If you like
It doesn't mean the
chocolate,
Boy
you go to
Scouts is
chocolate
bad.
factory.
It just means that people are drawn to that.
If you like chocolate, you go to Chocolate Factory.
Yeah.
If you like little boys,
go to
you're either
Boy
Catholic
Factory.
or you go to the Boy Factory and you're Cub Scout.
yeah,
Because the easy access.
The numbers bear you out.
Yeah, and you're also protected.
yeah, you're protected.
There's no way a fucking boy leader, scout guy, where the fuck he's called, is going to teach my son shit.
Yeah.
You want to go hiking? Cool. You want to figure out how to tie a knot? If I don't know how, we're gonna look up online. We're gonna do it together. I'm not sending you off to this other dude.
But he wants to get a badge.
Yeah. So strange. I was in Boy Scouts for 1 year. I was like, Dad, what the fuck are we doing? My dad went, what the fuck are we doing? Let's get you out of here.
Some of us, the Boys Cub Scouts is fun. I mean,
were you in it as a kid?
I was a Weeblo.
I don't know what that is.
It's between Boy Scout and Cub Scout for 1 year.
Jesus Christ.
I don't remember
dude.
it. It's all a blur.
Did you get touched?
No.
What camp did you get touched at, though?
That was at a camp that's no longer there called Camp DeWitt on Lake Winnipesaukee in Wolfboro, New Hampshire.
This stuff frustrates me. I want to slap the parents.
Well, there was a lot of that in the 70s. You didn't know what was going on. Like, what? It's just, but a lot of it was just dudes, young guys who were like there for the summer, needed a summer job. So they were great. Fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But then there's always that guy who's in his late 30s, 40s. He's the arts and crafts teacher.
Yeah.
He's got a beard.
Makes no money. You're like, why is he here?
Why is he here?
Yeah.
Why is he here? What's going on here? He's super single. He's got soft hands.
That dude, that makes my blood boil.
Yeah.
When you have kids, like, what the fuck, dude?
You know, I mean, fuck.
What else you
It's a
got?
whole deal.
So you guys have talked about this in the past, and
I love
Instagram is finally doing it. They're running tests this week on separate Instagram accounts, certain ones, where they will take away the likes and your followers for a certain amount of time to see how that, if it plays well, because they're looking into the mental health of younger kids who have Instagram and who equate their worth with their likes and their followers.
Brilliant. It's so brilliant.
But what about for guys like us? Don't we kind of need it?
No.
They'll have something on the back end
where
for
you
your
can
personal
see it.
account.
So
where
you
have the
can personally
information.
see it, but the public can't see it. How great is that? B, how great is it where you could post something and who cares if people see the views or like, you don't want that stuff.
I love it.
It's so good.
I absolutely love it.
It's the best thing they can do.
Yep. It's great for little kids.
Have you seen I was watching, I think it was yesterday on Dateline. Have you seen how suicide in teenagers has gone, it went up 16% right after that show, the 13, whatever there was on Netflix. Teenage suicide went up 13%, and now it's slowly rising even higher.
Jonathan Haidt did a thing on Rogan on the coddling of the American mind about this, about what social media has done, especially to girls, because girls, see, there's this idea that girls and boys are not, boys are more aggressive. Boys are more physically aggressive, but girls are socially aggressive, super socially aggressive. They'll destroy each other and they'll get into groups and fuck each other over. And they do it now online. And these are tweens, like girls my daughter's age who are going to middle school. It's fucking harsh.
Is your daughter in middle school?
She's about to be.
Damn, dude. She's going to 6th grade?
Yes.
Fuck.
It worries
She's getting old, man.
I know. It's so crazy.
Ugh.
You know that show that it was 13 Reasons Why, right?
Yeah.
They said it was a study done in the month after a bunch of suicides, the rate went up like 30%, but it was in boys, even though the girl was the character that killed herself in the show. It was boys that committed suicide.
Yes, boys commit suicide,
and they've renewed
girls
it for
will
3
tend
seasons.
to self-mutilate. So boys will tend to, it's really interesting dichotomy, because boys will tend to attack other people, but they also are more likely to kill themselves. Girls are more likely to hurt themselves, but not kill themselves. They'll cut themselves and stuff like that. Starve themselves, all that weird stuff.
What else you got, Jen?
Okay, so a 50-year-old Mexican man had a restraining order against him from his ex-girlfriend of 14 years in a jealous rage because he thought that she was seeing somebody else.
Hey. Look at the picture. Oh no, who is that guy? Good thing they put that little strip over his eyes. Oh my God! I can't. Is that a lion or is that the most Mexican looking guy on the planet?
Who am I? Who am I? You can't tell.
But this man,
that guy could not get any more Mexican.
The worst disguise.
He trapped himself in a tunnel that he dug for himself. And he was stuck there for a couple of days and he was screaming on the top of his lungs for help right outside of his ex-girlfriend's home. And for those couple of days while he was stuck, she thought that it was a cat screaming in the middle of the night.
Oh my God, that's terrifying.
Because when cats fuck, they scream. And so one day she comes out to see what the commotion is all about and sees him stuck in this hole, and now he's arrested.
God damn.
Dude,
that would be terrifying to get stuck down there. He's like, help. Holy shit. Ancient skull reveals Mayans used severed heads to burn as incense.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That's good stuff. They put incense in the heads.
Wow.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
All right, what else you guys
But
got?
Lindsey Vonn dating PK
You guys look at all the other articles.
Subban. Who's that?
So this 8-year-old boy saved his older sister from getting kidnapped.
I didn't see this. Really?
Yeah. So these two kids were in the back seat of their grandma's car, and she was at the hospital picking up a friend. She got
Left
out.
them by themselves in the back?
They were in the very front of the hospital where you go to pick up patients. And when she left the car, about 10 seconds later, this man came in. He was high off of heroin, and he tried to take the car with the kids inside. The little boy was able to open the door, and he could get out, but the little girl was actually grabbed by the man. And so he, instead of jumping out, the little boy came, grabbed his sister, and they both fell out of the car.
Type move.
And the driver ended up being arrested. It's this man right here.
Let's go ahead and kill this guy, huh?
Was he a heroin addict trying to steal a car and saw the kids and panicked, right? So is he a child abductor or is he?
He was trying to steal the
I think
car.
he was trying to steal the car and the kids because he grabbed onto the girl so she wouldn't leave.
Yeah, otherwise you would let the kid go.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, go run, I'm taking the car. You
Yeah.
meant steal the girl.
Or, yeah.
You're probably going to rape the little girl.
Or you didn't want, yeah.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and kill him.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. Shout out to that little boy.
And they're
man.
so cute.
Wow, they're
Little
super cute
kids,
kids, man. Wow.
They're beautiful.
Also, Grandma, let's not leave the kids alone, huh? What else you got?
This right here. Miss USA, she's an attorney. She works pro bono to help prisoners get like a shorter sentences for like unjust whatever reasons they got into prison. She's beautiful.
Well, I appreciate her.
Is there any other pictures of her? or
There's a
just
bunch.
this?
I have some ready here too.
I bet you do,
Well, she's
Chin.
gorgeous.
Yeah, she
And
is.
she's
And she has an
Where?
MBA too.
What
Damn.
the fuck?
There's a picture of her on the left.
Wow, she is a fucking superhero.
I know.
What else you got? Chin, you got anyone where she's not in a uniform?
You want her naked, bro?
No, I just want to see like more. Damn, she is gorgeous. Keep going. Don't you think about making Superman babies with her, Brian? Does that ever
Yes,
cross
I
your
do.
mind?
Yes, I do.
Wow.
Sweetie. Hey, I'm Bryan Callen. How are you?
She might just make fun of us how
Congratulations.
stupid we are, though. you know?
Congratulations on your win,
Dude, she
I understand
is-
you're also a lawyer. I do my sexy voice when I talk. I'm looking to spend some money on a girl. You like to shop or what?
She probably has more money than
You want to come
do.
sit in on Father and Kid? Or
Oh,
School?
she's in LA?
Yeah.
She's from North Carolina, I believe.
She was a year ago. She was a year ago.
Take it easy, Brendan.
Too many cars, too many girls, dude.
She's ripped.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go. There you go.
She's a lawyer?
Yeah, and an MBA. you
MBA,
fuck.
undergraduate BA.
Hey, dude. Don't talk about my girl.
I'd cut off my right leg right
Take
now
a
for
seat.
her. I'd
Take a
cut off
seat.
my right leg just to bring around my friends to talk shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Come to the comedy
missing a
store.
leg, but
Look at this.
peep, dude.
Peep this.
What's that? Yeah, your girl's stupid.
Yeah.
And your
She's
girl
in
doesn't
that
look
outfit.
like this.
And that banner
Babe,
says
show 'em your
Brendan's.
tits.
That hey, that's aggressive.
Babe, show them your brain. By brain, I mean your titties.
Yeah. She's something
God,
else.
what else we got, Chin? Meaning other pictures of her.
How's the booty though? I wonder if there's
That's
a
it. You know
bust.
what?
I did see it. It wasn't like it didn't stick out too much.
See what
but it
happens?
was nice.
You see what happens?
Oh, she's a flat earther. By flat earther, I mean flat booty. That's what I call flat
Well,
asses.
flat earthers are good.
Oh, click
thing.
on that one.
That's not her.
Oh, fuck.
That's another girl.
Okay.
But
I'm always curious
Hey,
when I
hey,
see
North
a girl's
Carolina,
not
get
showing
out of
off
our
her
face.
humpy pumpy.
I know. Usually, if they have a
Hold.
booty, they will definitely peep it. She only has 19,000 followers. Not
gotta-
after
for
this.
now. Where was that
Well,
shot?
she looks like she has a booty in
Oh,
those
right there.
jeans.
It's hard to see though. Her name is Chelsea.
She has an
Christ.
athletic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, great comment, Miss Teen USA. Love your giant hair.
Love you and your giant.
Okay. Okay, though. Oh, well, thank you.
I hear a lot of girls talk to each other.
Oh, I love your giant hands.
Your hair. This girl walks by and she had the tightest shorts on. What's that Nate? That guy, that fucking hilarious comic who has that Netflix special. I put on an Under Armour shirt. He goes, I couldn't work out. I decided to eat standing up to see if that would do something. And he goes, I put on an Under Armour shirt. And like, you know how the plastic surgeon draws on a magic marker the part he's going to cut off your body? Well, that's what the Under Armour shirt is. Anyway, this girl had a pair of tight shorts and a shirt. And I was like, how do you not? You are spilling out.
Oh, it's all over?
But your gut, you got a gut. No. She had a gut. And she had, I was like, how are you?
Strange.
You're squeezing into
confidence.
this thing and literally accentuating.
I know, the confidence is amazing for some people.
It's just blind.
I would never wear that.
As I'm walking by, her friend who looks pretty normal goes, so can I just say one thing? She goes, when you wear those shorts, and that's all I heard. So can I just say one thing? When you wear those shorts.
How about I won't say who this is. A friend of mine's like, I want you to meet the girl I've been hanging out with. I shake her hand. Beautiful girl. Very beautiful girl. I shake her hand. She had bigger mitts than Francis Ngannou. I went like this. It was like it. I didn't say my name. I was so distracted. I went, very nice to meet you. And then I was like, holy fuck, dude. She walked away and she had on these Muppet baby hands.
I know you're talking about, but I don't agree with you.
So big.
I feel like,
and I was like, you can't date her because your dick's gonna look like a Tic Tac. I'm telling you, her hands were two of mine like this, and her banana dick fingers wrapped around mine, and she shook it hard like this.
With a thick palm?
Oh. I went, well, it's Francis Ngannou. Well, you're dating Francis Ngannou.
You have giant hands.
She had giant hands.
You have giant hands.
And he went, no. I went, you haven't noticed that yet? No.
No.
All right, what else we got?
You got mitts.
I'm guessing, Bryan, you know a lot about this one? Maybe you do, maybe you don't.
Yes, I do.
Either of you guys?
Yeah.
So this girl she's born a woman, but she has like abnormally large, and abnormally, not large, large is a bad word, high levels of testosterone.
What's just so awkward with this?
Well, this woman's blowing everybody away. She's a man. Listen to her talk.
Hey, easy, bro.
But she literally has those testicles inside her body. I think she has what's called like it's like a form of a hermaphrodite.
But she is a woman.
Yeah,
she looks like Frank Bruno.
She's a dude.
Famous
she beats everybody because she's literally built like a guy.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so the only way she can compete is by lowering her testosterone levels.
Caster Semenya. Yeah, she beats everybody. But if you look at her, listen to her talk. Bring her up.
But hold on. But she was born a woman, but she has something that puts testosterone in her body. Like
she just testicles? Has. Well, like I think it's more what Bryan says. Sort of like you're not necessarily a hermaphrodite, but you have, like, you're closer to a boy than a regular girl.
She's a gay black woman from South Africa town who has dealt with a decade of almost a man.
Let me ask this, Bryan: who should she compete against?
Look, it's a tough one. I knew you were good. Why are you laughing? You're the one who starts laughing.
You said it's a tough one when they brought up It is very tough.
Nobody knows what to do in these situations. That's all I'm trying to say. And we're allowed
there's no commission for this. I bet the commission's like, I don't know, man.
Nobody's allowed to.
What's her name?
Look, there's a spectrum
it's
on the
not
gender.
Jeff?
The gender
yeah,
thing.
Put her with the women.
The spectrum's a gender thing, and as far as women is concerned, she's very over on this side.
What do you mean over on this side?
What I mean is that she's a very masculine looking man.
I need to see the full body, Chin. Do you have full body or how does she talk?
Just listen to her talk.
Let me see a full body. And does she sprint or is she a long distance?
She's a
sprinter, right? Sprinter?
800. She's a sprinter.
You want to just do this one?
Yeah.
This is 4 years ago.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, so maybe she's different now.
Sure.
Welcome back. You're also watching The Link right here on SABC 1. Hey, what is so busy? How are you going?
No, I'm not that much busy. You know, training is just like your job. You have to take your job serious. So even for me.
Bro, that's Usain Bolt with a wig. We can't have this.
Yeah.
What was it like growing up Was it a normal childhood? Like more grounding or
yeah, of course it was a normal childhood because you know when you grow up we always on streets. Yeah, but for me it was a little bit different because I grew up with boys. Everything was just all about boys. girls they were a little bit boring.
Tell you what, you can't run with the girls if you sit like this.
Well, she's got a great deal of masculine.
Yeah, it's not her fault though. What do you do?
She's got a lot of testosterone, and she's very.
She probably has a lot of estrogen too, though. Let me see the body.
It's a complicated thing, dude. Look at her body up there. Go ahead.
Where?
This one?
No. Go up there.
Whatever.
Chin. Go to the where she's muscular. Right there.
She's beating the shit out of the guys.
Yeah, dude. She beats all the women.
Or the women?
Yeah.
Is her time comparable with males?
Not quite.
I think she beats them big time.
She beats the fuck out of everybody. It's a very tough thing, man, but...
Every time you say tough thing, Jim brings up this fucking... That picture.
We're just laughing because we don't know what to do. We don't know what. I don't know what to do. I'm just saying.
I don't know what to do.
It's a tough one. That's all. That's all we're saying.
It's the toughest one.
It is though, and you know. By the way, the woman that she beat started crying. She was like, she started crying. She was like, look at the one in the back. She's like, I can't. It's tough. It's tough all the way around. It's tough. What do you do?
Not this, man. This ain't fair. This is not
It is.
fair.
It's fair to say it's not fair.
If you're her, what do you do? You're like, what do you want me to do, man? I'm a woman.
You can't run.
Hey, you just can't run. Hey,
don't make me say it.
Hey, here's what we're gonna do. You just can't run.
So you're gonna run on your own. You're gonna guarantee a gold medal.
Hey, here's the thing. We don't have a league for you.
It's tough, man. It really is. I remember this case. I remember when
I've
she
never heard
won
of this.
and
This
the
poor
woman
lady.
who beat her started crying, and she goes, I can't say anything about it, but you know, we all know what's going on here. And I was like, oh shit.
No, we don't.
It's a tough one. But she does have unusual levels of testosterone.
Again,
so you
it's
have
not
to
her
say,
fault, is it?
Her body may be producing it naturally, but it's such an unfair advantage.
So can she not compete at all? Because
Well-
she doesn't have the same structure as a man.
Okay, but give her more testosterone to bring her up to male levels? I don't know.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, but then she'll... It's.
What else we got?
There it is.
We're not going to solve it.
Hyperandrogenism.
There you go.
Yeah, that's what Bigfoot still had.
Androgenism.
She has testicles. She has testicles inside her vagina, I think. That's
Well, if you
typically
got
how it
nuts, you can't compete with the ladies.
What is hyperandrogenism? I think this is how it works. Well,
Let me just Google it.
I'm such an idiot with this stuff. I think
it's where the gland that creates testosterone and
she has actual testes.
Yeah, just it's over hyper, so it's overactive, so it releases more and more into the body. It's known as androgen excess is a medical condition caused by high levels of androgen in females. Symptoms may include acne, inflamed skin, hair loss, increased body or facial hair.
Yeah.
Okay.
It ain't easy, man, being her.
It ain't easy smoking them girls in the field. It ain't easy sprinting past everybody on the planet.
That's funny.
God, what else you got, Chin? I don't know what you do, though. We're not going to figure it out either.
Tough.
Keep beating the shit out of those girls, though.
Yeah. A correction on the Conor McGregor thing. I already said this on Below the Belt. You know what's going on?
It is tough, man. Hey, what do you do if she shows up and you gotta run and you're just like, man, why are we here? Like, she's gonna win, man.
I know.
Like, we can't even run.
I know somebody like this who has. Yeah, and they're trying to get into fashion.
They're trying to get into
fashion design, and I talk to her, and I'm always like,
Oof.
I don't know. She won't say what she is, and I don't quite know.
It's like Pat.
Yes.
You have no idea what's going on.
I don't, man. I don't. I'm always like, oh, where do we go here?
All right, what do you got, Chin?
The Conor McGregor thing. You know, he tweeted like, who would ever doubt that I would bring his whiskey or our Irish whiskey to 1 billion?
Yeah.
So it wasn't his whiskey. It was overall whiskey sales that are made from Ireland in the U.S.
That's
so
weird. That's like us going, hey, Fine Kid's $1 billion business. Some people go, it is. Well, podcast is $1 billion business. Rogan's makes $1 billion. Ours, we're in that same category.
Right.
That's very strange you did that.
Smart though.
Yeah, it works. I thought you made $1 billion. What else you got, you?
Well, this is a long one, but Adam Sandler was back on SNL.
Oh, did you see this?
No.
So so he left Saturday Night Live on a bad note, and they've never asked him, and he doesn't want to be a host. Yeah, he got fired, and so him and the head of NBC hated each other. But obviously, I think that guy's gone now. So this is the first
Warren
time,
Littlefield.
So this is the first time he's come back since he left Saturday Night Live.
Wow.
But it's a very long song. It was his tribute to Chris Farley.
Wow.
So, anyways, it was nice.
Yeah, it was really cool. Yeah. Is that it, Chin?
That's pretty much it.
Cool, man. Well,
that was good.
Yeah, it's fun. Well, just like that last runner, I got a dick too, and I'm going to be in Tampa. Tampa this Friday, Saturday. Tampa Improv, May 10th through the 11th. And at the end of the month, I'm in Cleveland. Hilarities, Cleveland. Come on out. Brian, you're going to be in Miami. Miami Improv.
This weekend.
Great club,
Thursday,
dude.
Friday, Saturday, February 9, 8, 10, 11. Get your tickets. Orlando the following weekend. That would be May 17 and 18. Orlando Improv. Indianapolis, I'm coming to you June 6th, June 8th, and we're going to be in Vegas June 15th. One night only, Brendan Schaub and myself. It's gonna be great.
That's right. Tickets, we'll have the link up this week. tfatk.com for Brian and myself. Special drops next Friday. Showtime. If you want free Showtime so you can watch the special, go to showtime.com. Promo code is SHOP for 30 days of free Showtime. So you can see the special. You can download the app, watch it on there on demand, or you can watch it on your normal network, showtime.com. Code word is SHOP for 30 days free. So you can see the special next Friday. You'd be surprised. Drops next Friday. All right, kids. This is the Fire Kid. We're out.